we'll have 3rd and 7, we get 5 yards. 3rd and 8, we get 6 yards. Like, they don't run the route. Is it because Zach doesn't have enough time and he's just getting rid of it too fast, or they're not running the route? They're not going past the marker. Right or wrong, guys? How many times do we do that? We miss. It's 3rd and 7. We get 5 yards. Like, why you?
Well,
You gotta get to the,
even the times he did have time, Joe, it looked like he was holding the ball too long, and he just loves to roll out of the pocket. Like he just never wants to step up into it. That's an issue too.
Yeah, Joe, the two groups of people that I'm not very happy with this morning are the fans that are complaining after this win and Elijah Moore. Because when Corey Davis went out, let's not forget Garrett Wilson. Yeah, he's a spectacular player. He's also a rookie. So at one point, I'm watching whatever 5 wide, and it's freaking Garrett Wilson and Vincent Smith and Mims and Barrios, and I'm like, this is why you don't move players off of good teams, because you're 1 or 2 injuries away, especially in a position group, away from not being able to have a productive offense. And then with Brees Hall going out,
that's happened last year.
Yeah. So it's just, guys, I just want to make sure it's in context, man. That was a difficult victory.
A lot of the thing too that's we're thinking too with Brees. It's like, oh man, he's going to be out for the rest of the year, or he can be out for weeks. Everybody speculates. But the thing is too, it's like an ACL coming back from that for the rest of your career. You got to speculate that you're not even going to be the same person you were before. So that's where everybody starts getting like, oh man, this kid's played what 5, 6 games, 7 games, and now what's he going to be like the rest of his career? Never mind the next week. That's where everybody starts getting concerned with him. And as far as Moore, like you said, it's concerning because we're seeing Zach either hold the ball too long or not finding his guys. So why we don't want to take away any of his weapons. We want him out there.
But yeah, let's go to Garrett. Go ahead, Garrett.
Hey, yeah, I think that the offense takes what the defense gives them when you're playing a great defense like that. And I know that it's been like weeks. I know what you're talking about, Joe, where it's like, oh, they come up a yard short. But I think they're taking what they give them, and then they're trying to use their physical assets to beat them to get the first down, which happens a lot. You just don't notice it when it happens, right? It's when they end up short that you notice it. And like I said, I don't know what we expected in this game. I called it 19-9 before it was 16-9. Did we think Zach Wilson was going to go 30 for 30 with 8 touchdowns? I mean,
some fans did. Garrett, sorry to interrupt.
I mean, it boggles my mind. All the adversity they had to go through in that game, losing Brees Hall, losing AVT, losing Corey Davis, Elijah Moore not playing, and they changed it as they went, and they won. I know a lot of people are sad today, but I'm actually really happy with how they dealt with everything. I mean, I'm sad for the injuries, of course, but that team came together and won the game. Like I said last night, last 10 years, we lose that game. Like 10 out of 10 times, we lose that game. This team came together and won. I know it wasn't perfect, but you got to win games like this. It's going to happen during the season.
And Garrett, that's a great point, because this is a freaking gritty bunch of young, hungry men, man, and they want to win. And you know what? You can't knock them they don't quit on this coach, man. A lot of people wanted this guy gone. They play for him. So the coaching staff has to get credit. And listen, I don't think he gets enough credit, but how about Brant Boyer this year? He's an A+ in my book. 1,000%. And Garrett, sometimes I usually go at it with you, but that's a beyond great point, man. Thanks for bringing some positivity. Appreciate it. Of course, bro.
Yeah, one last take, guys. I want to say something. I got to go back to work. I'll be on my break right now. But that CJ Mosley interception that was reversed, where they gave him the ball back, that was bullshit. That was an interception. They shouldn't have had another chance. Unlucky.
100%.
That was the makeup call for the one that Zach, I don't think Zach fumbled the ball. And I actually thought when he went down that he threw the ball because, he pushed it forward. So, I mean, I'm not trying to reach, but he technically did swat the ball forward. Now, is it a throwing arm? Who knows? But, hey, the Jets, how many times have we been burned, guys? Maybe it's about time we got a call or two.
Well, they weren't on our side yesterday, that's for sure.
Some people say the Sauce play at the end there was pass interference, but to me, they were both going for the ball. I thought,
And
But
Joe, he gets away with a lot because,
he
like,
does.
bro, they respect him. The
That's what
refs already.
Francesa was saying that in his podcast. I listened to say, he said, you know what? He's getting the respect of like a 5-year, 10-year veteran now. You never see that with rookies. Like normally they call that, but he's getting respect that, he's so good that it looks like it's pass interference. That's just great coverage. And he's just, he's.
On the flip side, what do you think about that when they called that PI on Barrios? Like, we did get that call. Did you think that was
Throw was
PI?
fucking garbage. That throw was
terrible.
garbage.
That ball
hold on.
that was an uncatchable ball.
Yeah, guys,
Yeah,
I
so, I
gotta
mean-
Can somebody volunteer to drop? I just got to get Mr. Negative up here for 1 second. I have to ask him
Petey,
something.
please, please, Pete.
Joe, what's my name?
Yo, go JoJo first.
Oh,
Yeah,
Petey, please give me up.
Benny, get Mr. Negative up here, and then we'll
Listen,
continue to come. Guys, please don't take any of this personal. Just
I'll be real quick.
you'll get your chance to speak. Go ahead, JoJo.
I'll be real
Go
quick.
ahead, JoJo.
I just want to say I do this every week. I want to say thank you to my boy, my homie, Mark Torres. Ever since he re-added me, we're 4-0. That's my dude for life.
Wow. Mr. Negative, I got a good point. Mr. Negative, how are you? Good
Hey,
morning.
Pete, what's going on, bud?
Man. Good. So listen, I'm not going to get into I don't want to get into it. Listen, we're boys here, but we can agree or to disagree or whatever. But what I saw with Tua yesterday, okay, he had 200 and something yards passing, okay, but he could have easily he threw worse than Zach Wilson at key moments. And you like how Zach played yesterday, I'm not mistaken, correct?
Actually, again, Petey, two is not it. Okay, I didn't get to see a lot of the Jet game, but I mean they won the game, right? I mean, again, Zach's still learning. I didn't really critique Zach's games as far as I see the whole thing, but I'm a long-term believer in Zach. I liked him coming out of the draft. He's going to have his ups and downs, but the Jets got the dub. Who cares, right? It's that's one of the things that you just got to hang your hat on. You're not always going to have great quarterback play, but I mean, here's the difference between Tua and Zach from a Dolphins standpoint. Like, look at all the weapons that we have around Tua, right? He's still playing like mediocre majority of the time, and that's just fact. There's no more excuses, and I mean, at least with Zach, you can say like the talent around him is young. Outside of Barrios, I guess, and maybe Davis. But I mean, it's a team that's growing together, and that's what you have to be excited about. And I think fans in New York just have to kind of be patient with Zach. My patience is run out with Tua, and that's where I'm at.
So what you're saying, Mr. Negative, would you sign up to be where the Jets are right now? I'm going to make it in your terms as the Dolphins.
100%. I mean, you look at the victories you guys are grabbing, right? Two on the road, Green Bay and Denver. And I know Green Bay isn't the Green Bay of old, but that's still a tough place to play, and for a young team to go on the road and win 2 in a row in those buildings, I mean, you have to give the Jets props. I said at the start of the year, you guys are on the rise, 6 to 8 wins. The guys who knocked me for it, my own guys in my own fan base they're crickets. I haven't heard from anything from them. And, the Jets are not going away. Saleh has got these guys playing really well, got them believing in themselves. And that's dangerous when you're a young football team, when you start believing in yourself. You can do no wrong, really. And you guys should be really excited. You're 5-2. Who expected that?
I agree, man. And listen, if you would have told me in March, Mr. Negative, when we first started talking that the Jets would go into Green Bay and beat Green Bay and Denver on the road and Pittsburgh, I would have told you, Mr. Negative, I would have probably cursed you out. And I usually don't curse people out. So I don't care how they're winning. They won. That's it.
Well, Petey, exactly. A win's a win, right? And when you're a young football team, you can win ugly or you can win whatever. I mean, impressive. I mean, it's all good. I mean, you just want the dubs, right? Because then you can really see once this team is really gelling together and they're you sprinkle in the veterans and these guys with more experience, then you're really going to see. You go for the style points, but right now, I mean, a lot of guys had Jets, 6, 5, whatever wins. You guys could definitely achieve, that 9, 10 win plateau now. I mean, teams, they want to keep taking the Jets lightly. I mean, that's on them, but it doesn't surprise me what
Hey,
they're doing.
Mr. Negative, sorry, I don't want to. I want to continue this, but there's other hands up. It's not my show. No, it's all right. It's not my show.
Guys,
Appreciate you.
Get to the Jet fans. This day is for you guys, and just thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you can come in my space tonight later. I'd appreciate it. But always good talking to you, bro.
Love you, Mr. Negative, bro. You're the best.
Yeah,
Joe, can you, Mr.
Thanks,
Negative? Does Joe do a good impersonation of you?
Oh, Joe's my boy. He's
Joe,
got
do
me
it
down
real
pat.
quick. Go ahead.
No,
Joe.
I'm a little higher on Tua than Mr. Negative. I thought Tua, I thought he made some throws yesterday. I'm you know how I feel about Zach. I'm not too high on Zach. I think we win in spite of him. But the Dolphins will be there at the end. I think the Jets and Dolphins last game of the season could be for a playoff spot.
That's a
There
good
we
point.
go.
I'm
Hey, I
sorry.
would sign up for that. Mr. Negative, thank you, bro. It's all love, all right?
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
You
Thanks
the man,
for having me.
bro.
Benny.
You the man.
Let's
Yeah,
get to these
Benny,
hands.
go ahead. Sorry. Thank you, Benny.
Yeah, Benny,
All
please
right.
take over your show before Petey does, please.
Yes, I'm going to drop because I don't want to be in good. Hey, Benny invited me. I accepted the invite.
Petey, you got your show tonight. Plug your show tonight, 8:30.
Go ahead,
You
go
and
ahead,
Tanad.
Lucas.
Come on. Plug it.
Yeah, Lucas, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I just gotta make this quick because I feel sick as fuck right now, and I have to go take a math exam in about 10 minutes. But no, I mean, I just keep seeing Zach Wilson slander that on Twitter, and I'm just like, it's not necessary. I mean, at the end of the day, we win, and the most important. Yes, I know all officers know it's all about the quarterback, but there's one thing more important than your quarterback: winning, and they're winning. And at the end of the day, like I said, how can Zach Wilson be hurting the Jets if they're 4-0? What's their record without him? I don't think they're 4-0 without him. I honestly think if they had Flacco win, they'd probably lose the Miami game, and they'd probably lose that Pittsburgh game. And to me, everyone's saying, oh, it's been a horrid stretch for him. I've said it over and over. Miami game, he played good. I mean, he was a yard away from having 2 passing touchdowns that game. So you can't say, oh, he's back because he didn't throw a touchdown that game. Last week, just managed the game. I mean, when you have Brees Hall, you're not going to throw it. And he made the throws when he needed to. Yesterday, again, fine. I'll say he did not play good. But at the end of the day, the one big positive sign I've seen from him is, he hasn't made that killer turnover. His reads, he's not forcing these stupid throws. The Berrios throw, we'll never know the answer to that because we'll never know what happened if the pass interference didn't happen. But overall, I mean, yes, he's missed throws, it's a concern. I mean, that the missed to Uzama, who knows? Maybe the defense is in his head or whatever. But the one thing I'm really happy with him is, the turnovers are down. He's just not doing what he did last year, like forcing it to Corey Davis when he's in triple coverage. And I truly do think that he's going to get it going. And when this offense gets going, assuming this defense can play at this level, I mean, dude, we might not even have to wait till week 17 to be a playoff team. I mean, but the way this team is looking, they're going to be playing meaningful games all the way throughout the season. And if Wilson can get it going, the offense can pick up steam. I mean, the Jets could actually become like a legit playoff team that can make some noise.
Yep. And Lucas, if you would have told me at the beginning of the preseason that I'd be going to Jets, Patriots, and Jets, Bills.
Yep.
3 games over 500. I can't wait to be in that stadium this weekend.
Yep. I mean,
so
I had them at 3-4 this point, and I would have been all right with that because at least that still would have been meaningful games. Being 5-2, if you told me in August the Jets would be 5, I would have sold my. I said this yesterday. I would have sold my liver to be 5-2 at this point. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna head out.
That's a little extreme. Your liver, man. Come on, you're too young for that.
Lucas, you know why we're 5-2? You know why we're 5-2, Lucas? Because you stopped eating that friggin' West Morris County shit pizza. That's why.
Bro, I thought you were on my side of this shit. And I went home like 2 weekends ago and had a lot of pizza, so clearly that's not the case, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm quiet, bro. I'm fucking exhausted. But Yeah, I barely woke up, JoJo. You're fucking
Benny,
totally right
step
over
your game up, Benny. Come on, bro. No excuses. Victory
Yeah, nah,
Monday, no
100%.
excuses. We can't have Petey up here freaking take over Petey.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
stepping
that might be his.
down, JoJo. Don't hate.
You're still a co-host. You didn't step down yet.
Who does anybody? Do you want to nominate somebody? Because I will step down.
Petey, just plug your
It's
thing
already
real
up,
quick.
bro. Don't worry. I don't need to plug. Just make sure you're on, JoJo.
But yeah.
I don't need to plug. I am the plug.
But yeah, no bullshit, bro. I see what everyone's like. I'm really trying to buy into this hype right now, bro. Personally, like what I see from Zach, it ain't good, bro. It's not. I get it. He's not turning the ball over. We're not winning. Like, I mean, we're not losing because of him. Like, god damn, that was a back-breaking turn. Like, I guess that's progress. Like, that's a positive. You know what I'm saying? He's not necessarily forcing things, but at the same time, it's just not good quarterback play. If you told me right now, I said this in the space yesterday. If you told me right now we were getting the 18th best quarterback in the league, 16th best quarterback in the league, I'll tell you we have a legit shot at fucking making the Super Bowl because our defense is that fucking talented and that our run game is that good. I mean, who knows what it's going to be without Brees Hall, but granted, our running game is that good, and that's the type of shit that could lead you into a deep playoff run. But with Zach Wilson consistently missing the easy throws, it's ugly. It's like that pass to Uzama. I get those are fucking free rusher. He's 7 yards away, wide open, and you completely sail him. Like there's too many. I mean, I know we dropped a few passes. The Barrios one was behind him. He dropped it anyway. Mims, that pass was ugly. Still behind him. Hit his hands, but whatever. Still ugly throw. Like it's I'm not seeing consistency. I'm not seeing that growth. That accuracy is fucking god awful. And when you want to win big games in this league, you're going to need your quarterback to make those throws and say what you want. We didn't throw. I know it's a really good defense, but we refused to throw the ball past 5 yards. And that tells me that they don't trust Zach to fucking hit the throws when he needs to downfield. Like it is what it is. And even when people are open, he doesn't hit them. So I don't know. Like I think we're a quarterback. I think it's fair to say we're a legit quarterback away from being a contender in this league. And I just don't love it. I don't love what I'm seeing from Zach. It sucks. But I know the weapons weren't there. The offensive line was in fucking shambles. A bunch of injuries left and right. But it's not going to get any easier because the next 3 weeks after this are going to be a huge test for him. And I need to see something in the next 3 weeks. I genuinely need. You're not going to fit. I don't care if we beat the Lions, who have the fucking worst defense in the league, and Zach throws for 300. Cool. That's what you're fucking supposed to do because anyone could do it versus the Lions. I want to see you have a legitimately good game. Stand in the pocket, step up in the pocket, deliver throws downfield. Do what you need to do with your arm because you're the second overall fucking pick and make things happen at some point in the next 3 games. I need to see it. I don't want to see it versus the fucking Lions or the Bears because they fucking suck. Their defense sucks. Like anyone could do it, but I don't know, bro. It's unfortunate, but the injuries kind of fucking suck. But it is what it is. Let's keep going. Go Ant, Chris, and then Chuck.
Yo, good morning, guys. Victory Monday. Let's get it. Let's get it. A couple points I'll make. A lot of people, or a few people, were wondering where Quinnen Williams was yesterday. Asking, how he played because they didn't see him making too many impact plays hitting the quarterback. But I'll tell you what, that interception by LaMarcus Joyner does not happen if Quinnen Williams does not get up the middle and pressure that. And something I noticed in real time, 99 out of 100 times, the way that play was developing, Quinnen is going to get flagged for a roughing the passer, but he held back. He saw in that split of a second that Rippon had got rid of the ball, and he retracted himself, and that was awesome. And I was so glad about it. I tweeted about it. I was like, man, what a play by Quinnen Williams, man, to force the turnover, to make the smart play. That was big time for sure. I think there's a lot of people talking about Wilson, and it was a glaring hole, jumping off the screen at all of us yesterday. His, incapabilities to really do much, to be asked to do much. And maybe this is why LaFleur calls the games he's been calling, because maybe he sees through training camp and through practice, and obviously not the preseason, that Wilson is still not where we'd like him to be, and that's it is nerve-wracking for the long term. But I mean, what are you gonna do? I wish Elijah Moore was lining up in the slot more up to this point in the year, because Zach would certainly have better numbers, and he would certainly have at least a few more better throws and better plays. And that's been head scratching to a lot of us why Moore was used the way he's been up to this point. But hey, win's a win. You guys are talking about, a few people are talking about this guy Jeff Wilson from San Francisco, who I'm not too familiar with, but I can't help but believe McCaffrey's going to get the work. He's going to be the workhorse there now. Maybe we could take a shot at him if we're not comfortable enough in Carter being the guy to get the majority of the touches. Let's see where we go, man. On to New England. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, obviously we're all waiting to see what the news is. We all think we know what happened with Brees Hall, but we all thought that Zach Wilson fucking blew out his knee completely. So I don't know. It's slim. Chances are he's probably going to be out, or we're no longer going to have him. I want to get into that a little bit later into the show, but eventually, if Brees is out, as much as I love Michael Carter, we're going to need to make a move in running back room, whether it be Jeff Wilson, and people say Kareem Hunt, I don't know, Cam Akers. I'm going to throw a few names out there, whatever the case may be. But for right now, I definitely want to finish going to these hands. And after I do that, we're going to go to Overreaction Monday. I know people kind of fucked with that last week. We'll go to Overreaction Monday. And then after, we can talk about the running backs. And I don't know, we can keep going for a while. So for right now, go ahead, Chris.
Good morning, y'all. How's everything? Congratulations. Before anything or whatever happens during the week, as a Jet fan, to be 5-2 going into a division game with the Patriots, I mean, I got to be extremely thankful. That is the overall sentiment, especially when you come out of Denver, okay? And I really got to give it to the coaching staff and the players, because we all know that there were a herd of elephants in the room with that distraction with Elijah Moore. So it may not have been perfect, but you take the win, and we move forward. I mean, today's the day, to kind of lick our wounds and get ready for the New England Patriots, who we get a chance to see play tonight. So we definitely get a chance to scout them. One of the things that I heard earlier was Mark having been there, because one of the observations, and I like Mark's take on this, because he was talking about the level of noise and sitting at home. One of the things that I couldn't believe was, one, the amount of penalties, and the amount of penalties against the offensive line. Everybody can talk about Zach. I'll let everybody else. I mean, you'll probably say some of the same things that I feel. I thought the offensive line, for me, underperformed. On the flip side, I kind of expected the defensive line to perform a little bit better. I thought that there were times, and don't get it wrong, that's because they spoiled me with what I saw against Green Bay. If that's possibly their high water mark, okay, I've seen that you're able to do that. The same way that when we talk about Zach Wilson, I've seen Zach Wilson's high water mark in Pittsburgh. I know that you have the ability to do that. Now, to that level for 4 quarters, maybe not. If I can get 2 quarters of that, and then some, I mean, with as far as Zach Wilson goes, for me, I don't know about you guys. It's more so about ball placement. Are you waiting for guys to come open, or are throwing with anticipation? Some of the plays where you hold the ball too long, and again, he has shown, it's shown great escapability. I still don't want you to take some of the hits that you take. And then there are times where you extending a play is excellent, but sometimes just just live the fight for another down. Some of the same things, that you've seen other great quarterbacks, when they were younger and the game started to slow down, they kind of got that out of that game. But overall, to be 5-2, I'm feel. I look, I feel good. I mean, we could all pick it apart, during the course of the week going into the New England game. And again, this is New England, guys. I don't know whether it's a benefit, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the second week in a row that we've gotten to sit down after talking on a Monday and actually watch our opponent that night. I'm gonna end it there and just listen. If you need to drop me down, because I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a lot of people who want to speak. Thanks for the time, y'all. Listen. Enjoy it though. Enjoy it, because I really haven't done any mock drafts this year. That's weird for me. I don't
Yo,
I don't know how I don't even know what our cap space is. That's weird for me.
Chris, I just meditated for 5 minutes because every time I hear you talk, I swear to God, you're like a soft voice. You're like nobody else on
I
this space.
Hey,
I appreciate that. But guess what, JoJo? These dudes is talking about we need a running back. Yo, y'all know what y'all need to do, man. You need to get that grown man that's disguising his kid that JoJo got, man.
hey, hey,
We
hey, but
need to sign
guys,
we need to sign him up. We need to give him 4 to 5 carries a game,
Yeah,
man. I think he
it,
can
hey
it,
get it
guys,
done.
it's either
hey,
gonna
What
be
up, Dean? What up,
hey
Dean?
guys. Well, I got a question for you guys. The blessing in disguise right now is that yeah, your team is 5-2, but you're also finding out as an organization, do you have like you're gonna find out is Zach Wilson in the next couple years your franchise quarterback. So by winning right now, that's a good thing. That means that you have a good team, but you're also finding
Yes.
out is this guy really the guy
Dean,
going
Dean, no
forward.
disrespect.
Exactly,
We we
Dean.
we we got
Exactly.
that, but we got to get to hands first. You can
Uh,
come in and just put your hand up, all right? Because there's like eight
easy.
people, bro.
Yeah, nah, Dean, I agree with you there, bro. Says, I definitely want to get to all these hands quick, but right now we're proven to have a good team. Coaching staff seems to be gelling. Coaching staff is definitely taking a leap. I don't know about Michael Flurry yet, but granted, if we make the fucking playoffs and Zach just plays like shit for the rest of the year, we know that we're a fucking quarterback away, and that's a good place. Not a fucking place you would love to be, but that's still a good place to be like, okay, we just need to find out if Zach is really him. Is he going to take this next year's leap, whatever the case may be, and being a quarterback away is definitely fucking fantastic. But let's definitely get to all these hands.
Benny,
So Jose,
just to get Jeff fans even more angry, we're 1.5 point underdogs against New England at home.
and we should be, and we really should. But go ahead, Jose.
That's good.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, man. Victory Monday is
What's
always
up,
good
bro?
to have a victory and be happy, but you also got to be realistic, man. If we're being honest, it's 5-2, but how good of a 5-2 record is it really? I know people are gonna hate me for saying that, but I think these next three games coming up are gonna show who we really are. For you to go into New England, I don't care how bad or good New England may be, that Bill Belichick defense will be all over Zach Wilson. Then you got to play Buffalo. We already know what Buffalo is. There's no explaining who they are. You can just see it. You already know. So these next three games are going to really matter and are really going to show not only how good these players in this team is, but how good really is this coaching staff. That's one thing that I've seen this season is that we finally have a coaching staff that is figuring out how to win with what they have, and they're making adjustments at the right time. You look at Zach Wilson, he has been absolute shit. Look at his numbers. His numbers speak for themselves. He has not really done much to help this team win. A lot of it has been on the defensive side of the ball. But again, he's doing enough for them to win. Kind of reminds you of the whole 2 years when we had Mark Sanchez. Mark Sanchez wasn't doing much on the offensive side of the ball. It was all the defense, but they were doing enough to get there and to win. So I think this kid really needs to figure out who he is and who he wants to be, because this team is rallying around him. If you look at the way the players adapt to him and the way they react to some of the things that he says and how he's out there trying to push the team, you can tell they believe in this kid. They're behind him. They're hyped. But when you watch him play sometimes on the offensive side of the ball, when he's running around, when he's about to get sacked, it's like, bro, just throw the ball away. Do smart things. Like, he tries to do some shit that he should not be doing. It's like you're still young, you're still learning. Just play right, man. Now 5-2 is great. I love it. I'm afraid right now because if you guys heard me last time, I have a bet that if the Jets go 9-8 or higher, I will get a tattoo of the Jets logo and their winning record. That's just how much I did not expect us to have a winning record this year. My predictions for the Jets this year were 4 wins. We are surpassed that already. So obviously it's great. It's nice, but we're at the midway point, fellas. Let's see what the second half of the season holds and if this team can continue to coach the way they have. If they continue to coach the second half of the season the way they've coached a lot of these second half of games, then I think they'll be all right. Playoff team, not too sure yet, but that 9-win mark is looking really good. Thanks for letting me talk.
Yeah, no, I got you, bro. And I can see where a lot of your points are. I don't necessarily agree with all of them. I know we got 5 wins. I know you mentioned the fact that, like how real the 5 wins. Say what you want. Yesterday was a real win. Going to Green Bay where they don't lose at all. Aaron Rodgers is not, I know they're not the same old Packers, but that's still a really tough place. We went in there and smacked Aaron Rodgers in the fucking mouth. And you know what I'm saying? And we ran the ball all over them. That's a real win to me.
And I'll agree. You can't take anything away from those 3 victories. I didn't say that, and I should have, but you're right 100%. Going into Green Bay, going into Pittsburgh, I don't care how bad the team is.
Bro, you just tried taking all that shit away, though, bro. Chill.
Hold on here. Hold on.
I'm going to get right to you, Joey. But yeah, finish up, Jose, and then we'll keep going.
No, but yeah, I mean, you got to go in there and win no matter what. At the end of the day, I get that. I know it's a tough place to go and a tough place to win. But like I said, you've had those wins. You went in there and you did what you had to do. But we're going to see what they're really made right now when these next 3 games come up. Because you know how division games are. They mean a lot more and they're a lot more important. So
I agree.
And I am a Jets fan. I'm not talking shit about them, just so we throw that out
there. Yeah, I agree, bro. That this is these next 3 games are very good. Are going to be very telling for this team. Like you said, division games are always tough, and we got them 3 in a row now. So
yep,
it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
Benny, I wouldn't be surprised. Listen, if they, you guys can call me pessimistic, whatever. If they win 1 out of the next 3, I would have signed up for 6 and 5 in a heartbeat with this team. So they just need to get one of these next 3, in my eyes, to set them up for a little run at the end of the year where the schedule breaks up a little bit. In my eyes.
I agree.
Yo, I have a question. I understand. Like I was talking shit this all season to Jets fans, talking about how we were gonna beat y'all ass and shit. And I like to apologize from last Sunday. So I've been pushing that
Nate,
panic
do you have
button,
any
man.
Nate, do you have any Tupac music? That song, "I'm Sorry for All This Time." Do you have any of that? Can you play that for us?
No, sir. I just got off work.
Nate, you shouldn't apologize to us. You should go apologize to the Commanders because that was worse than us.
No, he's good. Thanks, Nate.
Yeah, let's definitely go to Chuck. Chuck, you've been waiting a while, and we're gonna go to Jets take, and we'll keep going. Go ahead, Chuck.
Good morning, guys. Victory Monday. Let's enjoy it before we hear any news later today. And the point I want to make is let's look at this way. It's positive for the Jets. We have a GM who has his coach and the coach who has his coaching staff. They're all young. They're all growing together. I know everyone's a little down on Zach, but let's give them a little more patience. They're all growing together. And we're going to see really how this organization, if it's really what we believe it to be, responds today if the news is bad. We'll see what Joe Douglas magic works. We'll see what adjustments they make to the team, and then we'll know. And if we beat, I'll tell you this right now, when we beat New England at home, they are going to flex that Sunday game with the Bills because it's going to be for first place.
They got to do it by tomorrow, bro. So I think it's going to be moved anyway. I talked about that before.
I think I'm hoping, and we're going to see them in prime time. And you know what? I love the adjustments that they've done at the half. And let's face it, that Denver defense is no joke. And you know what? We made some adjustments, and once they knew Brees was out, they were going to say, okay, now try and beat us with Carter and whoever else you have in the backfield. And we tried some throws downfield, but I haven't seen any on the film or whatever. But I don't know what kind of separation our receivers were getting. And Corey Davis was out. Good. Hopefully, it's not so bad. But at the end of the day, If you have to put Barrios out there and not use him in gadgets, you know you're a little bit in trouble. I mean, he's a good player and everything, special teams and all that, but and Mims, yeah, he had that great block, but after that, he was, kind of useless. So Joe's going to have to make some moves somewhere, and the trade deadline coming up. And the O line, we got to see how deep we are there, right? Because that's the big question. And you could see Zach was a little unsure of that O line after a while, and they did take some pressure, right? So that's all I have to say. Enjoy Victory Monday. Great going,
Yes,
guys.
sir.
Let's keep the talk going.
Chuck, I think they're going to move that game to 4:25. I don't think because Buffalo has a Sunday night game against Green Bay this week, so I think it'll get moved to 4. But I hope it stays at 1 selfishly because I hate late games at home, especially going to it. So
true, that's true.
Yeah, nah. So as that if you keep going, I'm gonna go get Jets take. My boy, what's going on, bro?
Jets Nation, let me know if you can hear me.
yo,
Let me
what's
know if you're
up?
enjoying Victory Monday right now.
Man,
Yes, sir.
we already know, bro.
Love it, love it, love it. Love to hear it. Hey, man, listen. 2 things that I want to harp on. We're 5-2, and I think none of us in the off season had us at this point. Right, had us at 5-2 at this point. And it shows the character of this team and how the coaching staff and Joe Douglas have built the culture and how these players are buying into it, right? Because yesterday was a gritty game. Yesterday was a character building game. Yesterday was a let's get it out the mud fucking game, which was great. And I mean, you love to see it. You love to see that these guys are going to grind. You love to see that these guys are going to go all out for the entire game. Second, it's time for Zach Wilson to put his big boy pants on. And a part of that, and I put the two together. I put Mike LaFleur and I put Zach Wilson together because week after week after week, and I've said it, Mike LaFleur for like the first half is for some reason I feel like he's trying to outsmart the other coaches, like he's trying to do all these like little gimmicky things, trying to be the smartest man in the room. Where you literally just have to hand the ball off, start off just handing the ball off to Brees Hall, to the suit of to our strengths. And week after week, it's the same thing, and it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable to be doing this week in, week out, especially now that we're losing Brees Hall, right? There are some things that Zach Wilson does need to clean up. I feel like he still plays jittery, like he plays nervous, like he's trying to play hero ball all the time. He gets happy feet, and when he gets happy feet, and he's not planting his feet. That's where the ball goes misdirected. That's where he has these in error throws where he's not leading people. Like he really needs to clean that up. So it's not. I don't completely blame Zach Wilson. And I've always said it, and I've said this. We need to give him time. We need to give him to after the bye to see how he really is, how he's clicking with this offense. Now that Brees Hall is going down, I mean it's sped up a little bit. And I believe in him. I believe he has the tools. I believe he has the arm. I just think I think Mike LaFleur needs to build a game plan for him where you can get him in rhythm early, and get him going, get him confident going into the second half. So where he's making those deep throws in the third and the fourth quarter, So let's pray, for Brees Hall. Let's hope AVT is okay. It sucks, man. It sucks because with this whole drama with Elijah Moore, you hate to see one of the good guys go down. You know what I'm saying? So let's just hope everything is all right, and let's enjoy this week. Let's enjoy this Victory Monday, and then let's fucking the Patriots on Sunday, man. I got a question for y'all. Do we stay rocking the all black, or do we keep going with the white and black?
Well, I think they're wearing a black helmet, right?
Yeah.
I would wear the black pants. No, the black uniform, the black helmet, and the white pants this time at home. I would change it just to that. But that's me.
I don't know. I really want to see that all black look. Like I think that'll look so with a black helmet, black. Like I just think it'll look crazy. Either fucking way, bro. I just need a win versus New England.
Yeah.
Fuck New England. Fuck Bill Belichick. Like I'm tired of seeing them spank us, bro. They've embarrassed. I know we've been using bulletin board material every fucking week. We find something like, oh, they did this, boom. There's build like fucking. You could stack the whole building with bulletin board material because they've loved to embarrass us every fucking opportunity. They'll be up 30 throwing goal routes, doing a whole bunch of shit just to embarrass us. So this week, I need these guys. I know we're down a lot of players, probably going to be down a lot of players. I need these guys to come out and really punch them in the fucking mouth, point blank. Period.
Benny, don't you think your boo is going to be a little bit louder this week for them when they come out of the freaking tunnel?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So we all need to be like that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, let's definitely keep going. Who was it? Yeah, it was Joey and Mark, Dean, and then John. Fuck you, John. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, go ahead, Joey.
Yo, good morning, boys.
Keep it short.
Morning, bro.
Man, this win is like bittersweet, man. I'm really upset over the injuries. I mean, Brees Hall is special. AVT is special. I mean, from what I'm gathering, Corey Davis, the rest of these guys are fine. I don't know. I went into that game expecting what I seen. Ugly as shit, you know, that defense. I watched him versus Justin Herbert. Scared the shit out of me because, you know, Herbert looked like Darnold last week. So I was like very much expecting ugly. Once the injuries happen, definitely, you know, I'm sitting there with my father, flew in for my kid's birthday. He's negative always. And, you know, we both were like, man, we're about to take a L. We feel it coming. So, you know, a lot of credit to this young team, man. They are fucking resilient and they don't stop. Now to Zach Wilson, you know, that was not a good football game, bro. It's hard, bro, because you look at last year and he would have ruined the game and thrown it away. So is there growth? Yes. Is there like 80 things that really held him back and held our offense back, meaning injuries? I mean, the pressures, this kid's running around like for his life nonstop. I mean, the game was hard to watch on the offensive side of the ball. You know, the play calling, sometimes whoever said that, I agree. I know MLF is very, very stubborn, bro. You know, I think, you know, obviously Elijah Moore, a piece of crap for what he did and how he did it. But he's definitely stubborn. He ain't going to bend. He's got that Shanahan mentality. But we're going to need Wilson to take a big step. You know, but I'm not naive enough to think it was coming against Denver. And then especially losing all the guys we did to come out of there. I know it was very small, but to lead those two shorter drives, not fuck up. The offense actually pulled it off, got 2 field goals and won. You know, it says something. And, you know, Benny, you said something like, I don't want to see him lighten up these shittier teams. Well, you know, a lot of guys put up their stats against the shittier team. So I do want to see that. If he doesn't do that against the good teams, then, you know, I'm feeling like a bag of shit. But, you know, was it a great team win? Yeah. Was the O-line bad? Yeah. Was Wilson bad? Yeah. You know, obviously you can't watch all 22 yet. So you don't know who was open, this and that, but the pressure was unbelievable. I do think our D-line, I'm shocked we only had like 1 sack, but, you know, the back end really held it down for us. We got special corners. You know, that guy was saying like the next 3 games we'll find out who the Jets are, really find out who the Jets are. Well, look, yeah, I disagree wholeheartedly with that. We can say that every week until the season's over, but every fucking week this team is showing us who the Jets are. So that's bullshit. You know, like this game we just won was the biggest game of the year. Just like next week's the biggest game. Every damn game's the biggest game of the year. So that guy saying we'll find out this and we'll find out that. Well, if you ain't finding out bits and pieces every fucking game, you ain't watching the game, bro. Because I've watched this team just like everyone in here over the last decade look like utter dog shit. We would have thrown 3 picks. That backup quarterback did whip our ass one time and we lost. The same fucking kid. You know, and then, you know, we're hypercritical of our own team. And I know I'm always optimistic, and sometimes not sometimes, it's to a flaw, you know, and sometimes I do it just because I don't want to back down and I'm arguing with other fans and shit. But, you know, I watched a game last night. You know, I watched the Dolphins, me and my brother back and forth and stuff, you know. They won. Definitely an ugly win. You know, Tua had 4 picks dropped, you know. they're over there saying he should be MVP because they're 4-0 with him, even though he played an ugly game. So we're definitely super harsh in comparison to other fan bases on our players, on our quarterback, because, you know, it's weird, bro. Like QBR and advanced metrics and all that shit help when there's a shitty, crazy game like that, because you can't really see everything watching the stupid thing on a television. If you're at the game, you can see, fuck, this guy was open. You can't do that until like the all 22 come out. Somehow Zach Wilson come out with a higher QBR than like half the league. So that don't make sense to me. But, you know, I ain't no football expert. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. But anyone that went in there and thought we were going to, you know, look pretty and hang 300 yards and, you know, 14 touchdowns and, you know, all this shit, and that was going to be the coming to light game. I mean, if you thought that, you ain't no football, you know, so you got to slow it up a little bit. I see JoJo with his sad faces over there, man. That's sad.
But yeah, Joey, I definitely want to get. Nah, you made great points, bro. Definitely got to get to all these hands. But yeah, nah. I know you said I don't want to see. Of course, I want to see Zach Wilson light it up, but I also want to see him eventually. I genuinely did not think it was going to be this game, but then I don't think it'll be against Buffalo either, because Buffalo's defense is fucking very elite as well. So is the Patriots. But I want to see him at least start to consistently make the easy throws, be a little bit more accurate on your passes. His footwork is choppy, and I understand it gets like that when your offense there's consistently free blitzers, offensive line ain't blocking shit. Someone mentioned it earlier. We had how many penalties across our offensive line?
Yeah,
offensive line was in shambles. It was an ugly game, but at the end of the day, eventually I'm going to need to see eventually this season versus a good team. I would like to see him get comfortable, make the right passes, hit the open man, like step up in the pocket. Don't be so quick to bail out. But I don't know. It is what it is. We're going to see, but I definitely need a lot of these guys been had their hands up for a while. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I think until the Zach Wilson slander stops, I'm going to confine all my takes to just talking about Zach Wilson, because I think there's a fundamental misunderstanding of what's happening with him in year two, his play, and how the team needs to help him out. And it's very clear live. And I'll share this. We can rip on Mike LaFleur a ton for what he's up to, but if you ask me, where the biggest struggle is happening is that these receivers don't know how to run a scramble drill. They don't have the chemistry with Zach Wilson yet. So what's happening is that listen, guys, if you want him to not like spin and turn in the pocket, then you don't know what Zach Wilson is. Like, his ability to extend plays is one of the reasons why they drafted him. And a lot of teams actually have a second play. Look at Aaron Rodgers' play. Like, after the play breaks down, the receivers need to understand, come back to the quarterback, make his life easy, come back within like 10, 15 yards, like find a way to get open in the scramble drill, develop chemistry. Like, that's the reason why the passing game struggles. Because let me tell you something, when you're able to do that, you know what happens? The defense is now forced to guard for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. Holding calls start in the defense. Suddenly you start to extend drives because you're making it tougher on defenders. Like, that's the flaw in the offense. They need to work the scramble drill and work on chemistry. It's crystal clear that that's what's going on. And it's so clear live that that's what's happening. I would not hate on Zach Wilson for spinning in the pocket and trying to keep the play alive. And no one's talking about his ability to run for 30 yards when the rush is coming and he just gets out of the pocket, runs upfield, avoids a defender, and gets 30 yards on the ground. Like, what are we talking about here? Let's not look, man. Let's just stop ripping on the second year guy. Give him a chance. Fuck.
Mark,
what a take. That's my fucking boy Mark right there. What a take.
Bro, Mark, you're completely on the money. Obviously it's hard to see. You've seen it fucking better yesterday than anyone else. I like being at the game so I can see, oh, this fucking guy's open right here, hit him. But it does seem like every time there's a free blitzer, like, guys aren't getting open for him. There's no half the time I feel like there isn't like a check down, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, a fucking tight end right here where like you could just toss the ball to real quick. Like, I don't know, bro. There needs to be a little bit more continuity where I think Garrett Wilson needs to be more involved in like the fucking like kind of like a free play. Like, yo, use your fucking God-given ability, get open and throw a fucking ball up to him because he can go up and get it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we need the camera view like Madden, like where it's north and south. You can see the receivers. Like the broadcast on TV, you don't see nothing but the line. I mean, it'd be nice to see down the field.
Yeah, it fucking kind of sucks, bro. But yeah.
Justin, that's the guys who play on rookie. That's the camera angle.
Jesus, man.
All right, go ahead, Dean, and then John, and then Mike, and Big T. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it real quick. Like, I mean, I heard what Mark just said. He's right to a certain extent. I'm a Dolphin fan, and I'm like I said, yeah, we won, but I'm just like a lot of fans across the country. We looked like shit last night, right? As far as offense, definitely. In the second half, we just had no rhythm, had no urgency, bad play calling. Same thing you guys were saying about LaFleur. But I want to say this. The next 3 weeks, I think you guys got Buffalo, New England, and I'm gonna be totally honest because I'm totally honest about my team. I just can't see the way the offense is like conservative right now, and that the way you guys are playing, that you guys can beat Buffalo first of all, and because we played them, and I'm telling you, Josh Allen puts so much pressure on your defense, and the fact that you're gonna have to score 28 points to beat them specifically, I'm just that's just my opinion. Looking at Buffalo right now, for you guys, Zach is gonna have to throw balls to win that game. It's not gonna be let's play Rex Ryan style deep play calling in 2010. That shit is not going to work in 2 weeks. And I don't think it'll work this week Sunday. Not saying the Patriots have a good offense, but I just think the way Bill Belichick schemes and takes away what you love to do and forces the weak point of your offense to beat them. He's going to do that this Sunday specifically. He's going to lock in on the running game, and he's going to find, and he's not going to leave receivers one on one for Zach to throw it like a deep. He's not gonna. He's just gonna scheme it to where like you guys are gonna have to figure it out on the offensive end. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's just me. I'm not hating. These 2 weeks for me is gonna tell me are the Jets are a real playoff contender in my opinion, guys. Don't eat my head. Don't get upset with me. That's just my take. I just want to find out if you guys are a real playoff contender these next 2 weeks, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, bro. I know people will be upset. And Joey kind of mentioned it earlier. Every game is the biggest game of the fucking year. But the end of you want to make the playoffs, you need to start winning games in your division. We did one. We got one against the Dolphins. Fucking fantastic win. Zach played actually pretty well that game. Can't tell me otherwise. In the past 2 games, he really hasn't. But we got to get one from New England. Must get one from New England. They're not going to make it easy for Zach. They're going to make Zach beat them. You know what I'm saying? That's just what Bill Belichick does. And you're totally right. But Buffalo, how our offense is and how, Zach Wilson is playing. If Zach Wilson plays like that versus Buffalo, we're going to get fucking blown out, bro. Like, Broncos don't have a fucking offense. You know what I'm saying? And it was ugly. It don't matter what kind of defense you playing versus the Bills. They're going to put up fucking points regardless. So that's a different fucking animal. Regardless. But it is what it is. These next 3 weeks are going to be crucial. I mean, the next 3 weeks are going to be crucial. And hopefully Zach Wilson can put his big, what was the quote he said in the huddle? Like,
Time to grow some balls.
Yeah, grow a fucking pair. Yeah, Zach, you need to fucking grow some balls right now, bro, because you're playing like shit. But whatever, bro. Let's go to John, then Mike.
Hey, good morning, guys. I was listening to the game yesterday. I wasn't able to watch it, so I was listening to it on the radio. A couple of things I just wanted to say. I know Jets fans are really hard on themselves this morning for some stupid fucking reason. I mean, you went up against the fucking Denver Broncos defense, and you guys expected to drop, what, 30, 40 points on them? Like, they have the best defense. I'd say better than Buffalo. I mean, they minimize their fucking opponent's scores to about 15 points and less every fucking game. And you guys were able to go out there and fucking beat them. So a win's a win at the end of the day. You definitely guys are going to make the playoffs. I don't see, especially with this season, I don't see you guys, missing the playoffs. Anything could happen any week. and your defense is able to carry your offense into the playoffs this year. So I'm not going to sleep on the Jets. I didn't sleep on the Jets in the preseason. I would say you guys are going to wait till Buffalo or New England. I think you guys just got to wait till the trade deadline to see what your front office thinks, whether or not you guys are a true playoff team. Because if they're buyers, if they're heavy buyers, then they realize this team, can contend. But if they're not buying and they're just going to stick with what they got, then they're just going to wait till the next season. So I would wait till the trade deadline to see what your front office thinks of this.
Hey, John, question for you.
I fucking hate you, JoJo.
When are you getting that tattoo?
All right. You want to do it? Obviously, you want to do it. Let me lose like 15 pounds, and I'll put it on. Where do you want to put it?
I told you, your top left kneecap.
I'm not doing the fucking kneecap, bro. I am not doing the fucking kneecap. It's the stupidest fucking place to put a tattoo of something pointing. I'm not doing the kneecap. If you want to do anywhere else, like the leg, all right, fine. Not the fucking kneecap.
Forehead.
But yeah, John, you did make a good point though, bro. Like the trade. When is the trade deadline? It's in a week, right? Or 2
weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, we're gonna learn a lot about what Joe Douglas thinks this team is capable of. There's definitely holes that we could, patch up and improve on.
Like what is your need?
If
what's your biggest need right now?
If Breece Hall is out for the year, running back.
No, you have Michael Carter, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and then Michael Carter goes down. Who you got? Ty Johnson? I'm not fucking relying on Ty Johnson.
Yeah.
Were you gonna go get Cam Akers?
How do you guys feel about Sam Knight?
Jeff Wilson.
Maybe a Kareem Hunt if Cleveland continues to suck.
Listen, I got this guy Chase Edmonds on the Dolphins. He's really good at catching the ball. And he's a great
fuck off. Give me fucking. I'll take Kareem Hunt. I know he's on the last year of his deal, and the fucking Browns are practically fucking out of it. You want to fucking get rid of him? Cool, I'll take him. I'll fucking gladly take Kareem Hunt for the year if Breece Hall is out, obviously for the year. But whatever. You're totally right. But let's go ahead, Mike.
What's up, guys? Good morning. I hope everyone's well. I'm happy we won yesterday. Wasn't an easy win. Zach didn't look too great, but once again, it's a 17 start. We got to give it some time. But, I think it's time to just let the training wheels off and just let him sling it. I think the first play next week, just let him go one. If Garrett Wilson's going one-on-one with any corner on the Patriots, just let it fly. Let him be comfortable. It seems that he's very happy feet. His mechanics are very off with pressure. Anytime there's pressure going in Zach Wilson's face, we know he can't deal with it. So if AVT isn't healthy, that's fucked. I mean, I would just say go get Kareem Hunt because that's the best option we have. But if we do have AVT, at least he has protection on his blind side. He should be okay. And I think George Fant is coming back too. I'm not sure though. Is he actually coming back from IR this week or no?
No, next week.
Next week? Okay. Yeah, I mean, we have a great defense, man. Sauce Gardner's unbelievable. Oh my God. I've never seen a corner like this since Revis, so I'm happy about that. But, I think we should be okay. I think we beat New England, but the thing is, once again, he's going to throw pressure right in Zach Wilson's face. But when Zach Wilson went to New England last year, he was like 6 for 7 to start off that drive until he got hurt. So I think we should be good for Sunday. What time's the game? 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1 o'clock, bro.
That's surprising. All right. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, no, you're right, bro. I feel like you kind of see it. We don't let Zach. We drafted him second. I get it. We're winning games, and you don't necessarily want to fucking change it. We drafted him second overall to fucking sling the ball and be that kind of fucking quarterback. Not for him to be Mike fucking White. You know what I'm saying? I know Mike White threw for 300, 400 yards in a game. Whatever. Like, it's all fucking cute. But at the end of the day, I want to see Zach Wilson get a little bit more fucking comfortable, a little bit more confident. And you're not going to allow him to be confident when all the plays you're drawing up is, yo, just fucking hurry up and, like, throw it right here. And when the fucking first, second read are covered, you know what I'm saying? And our offensive lines and shit, he's fucking running around. Like, I don't know, bro. You got to get a little bit aggressive. Tell him, bro, do what your fucking God-given ability is and let it fucking fly every once in a while.
Benny, what happened to LaFleur? We all love
It's like he holds back so much, too. Like, you see it in his throat. Like, he holds back. He's like, shit, dude, should I throw this? No,
yeah. Yeah, he's – I feel like they're telling – yo, just don't fucking fuck it up. Bro, go out there and sling the damn ball. Like you see him double clutch, like fucking panicking almost on half his. I was like, bro, let it fucking fly. Tyler Conklin was wide open. That completion in the middle of the field in the second half was wide open for like fucking 4 seconds.
He double
Double
clutched,
clutch.
and then he's like, oh, he's okay. I'll just throw
Yeah.
it. But like don't do what he did in week 2 of last year, where he threw the 4 picks. That can't happen. Just do sideline to sideline, attack the middle with the tight ends. See what Elijah Moore. I want to kind of put Elijah Moore in the backfield and be creative. Let's be a little creative here. I think we did this against the Colts too. I think Elijah Moore was in the backfield against the Colts, and he scored a touchdown too, and against the Patriots. I'm pretty sure. I think.
I
But,
think you're right, bro.
you know,
I think you're right.
yeah. So why not utilize Elijah Moore everywhere? I mean, shit, we did it last year. Why not do it this year?
I mean, with guys going down, you're gonna have to. Elijah Moore, I know I don't want to necessarily make him the fucking biggest part of the conversation that we're having today, but yo, guys went down. Grow a fucking pair yourself, bro. Stop being a little, hate to say it like this, stop being a little bitch. Like, we need you now, bro. Like, that's why that whole shit. Oh, get rid of him, trade him. I don't give a fuck. He's easily replaceable. I know me and Ray were saying that, right? He's so fucking easily replaceable and whatever.
Barrios can't catch like you can. Jeff
No,
Smith, it hits him right in the freaking chest. You don't catch it. I don't want to
Has
hear that.
no right to say anything. Joe Douglas should just say, "Shut up and just play."
Yeah,
come on.
you got to find a way. And now with Corey Davis, who knows what the fuck is going on with him? Brees Hall, he's probably done. You got to find a way to get more.
What
more
is the
balls.
reason that Elijah Moore is acting this way? Because I don't understand.
Because of his agent. His agent is fucking Debo's agent, fucking AJ Brown's agent, McLaurin's agent. Like this guy's probably saying like, "Yo, you want to get paid, bro? You need the ball." Probably pressures him every week, like an asshole.
Which is
So
so
is this a
dumb
new thing
because
now?
he's
Second-year
so
players
far
are
away
gonna
from
start
getting
requesting
paid.
trades and shit like that to get
I
the
don't
contract
know.
settled.
If we end up trading more, then that's a fucking bad look for the league, and there's gonna be a bunch of second-year guys. I want to get because Moore has no grounds to fucking request a trade. You haven't done shit in the league yet, and so if you just fucking trade him, that's a look for the rest of the league. Like, oh, I'm not happy where I'm at, so I'm gonna just fucking bitch and complain and make shit happen. So you can't trade him. Fuck that. If you're gonna really be a bitch, sit the fuck down. But like, you want to get paid, you're not gonna get paid sitting on the bench. You might as well fucking be on the field. So do something. But
it really is the people he has around him though, because he's hanging around with AJ Brown, he's hanging around with Marcus May and Jamal Adams. Like, bro, you're not gonna. It's literally the people he's hanging around with that have just fucking fed this shit into him, that he can just ask for a trade out of New York.
Oh, 100%. But I don't know. This week we need you to come back into the locker room, fucking get on, apologize, cry if you need to, do whatever the fuck you need to do to get the locker room's confidence back. I'm sure they will gladly accept him back into the locker room. But until we don't know if he did it or not. But until he gets back and has that conversation with people and like fucking looks in the mirror and be like, I was wrong, I don't think he's gonna be fucking playing.
Benny, think about it. You have a guy like Brees Hall who's putting it all out there on the field, and this guy's sitting in the corner. Oh, pity me. I mean, we haven't had that catastrophic injury to our playmakers, but maybe this wakes them up. People are gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? Stop acting selfish.
Yep, 100%. And we're gonna need him now. We're gonna 100% need him now. But go ahead, Big T, Rock, and Skip, and then Ground and Pound. Go ahead, Big T.
What's going on, Benny? Justin, Ray.
What up, bro? Good morning. Good morning.
Flores, Joey, everybody in here who I missed their names and stuff like that. Just listening to you guys, trying to collect my thoughts, trying not to miss anything or whatever. But Mark Torres, me and him always see eye to eye or whatever, and his takes are always on point or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of people in here, whatever. I call my fan base a bunch of weirdo fans, and that's keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't know how to, y'all don't know how to act when we win, and y'all don't know how to act when we fucking lose. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, teeter-totter. Try to defend Zach Wilson, but then you'd be like, oh, his line is fucked up or whatever. But then he got elite scrambling ability or whatever that you see or whatever, to get away from stuff or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he's doing the right thing and not making the same mistakes or whatever. But then you want him to throw and be a gunslinger. But if he throws 4 touchdowns, You're gonna destroy him. What the fuck? I don't get it. You know, I just don't fucking get it. You know what I'm saying? It's football. People gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? On the Elijah Moore thing or whatever. Yes, it is fucking selfish or whatever, but it's a fucking business. He don't have no grounds to do what the fuck he's doing. We all know that shit or whatever. So hopefully he comes back and he sees his brothers is down or whatever, and he becomes the player that we know he could become or whatever. But the Zach Wilson slander from a second-year quarterback, that shit is I don't get it. I'm trying to wrap it around my fucking head. Like honestly, if y'all were on my team, cause I play sports, y'all was on my team, half of you motherfuckers wouldn't be on my team. Cause I know y'all niggas would point fingers at each other. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas would not be on my fucking team. Yeah, I was a captain on my team, and I led my team. You know what I'm saying? And niggas listen to me. I was the voice. I was fucking DJ Reed. All this shit, Sauce shit. DJ Reed is a fucking beast. It's not all about Sauce, bro. This DJ Reed is a fucking beast. And everybody on the secondary is leading the charge. And obviously, Sauce is a monster. But don't think, DJ Reed is leading the room. It ain't Sauce, bro. It's DJ Reed. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I really don't. Like, I was like, I can't. All this pointing finger stuff, that shit wouldn't fly with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Second-year quarterback, bro. Second-year quarterback. He's doing enough to win, and he's learning. And I get comments. I'm like, he didn't do that. Like he's not doing what he did last year, so he's good. But he's fucking playing like shit. But then they go back and say, but he's doing enough. What the fuck is he doing? Is he doing enough to win, or he's playing like shit? Which one is it? Which one is it? I don't fucking get it. We understand his second-year fucking quarterback. He's gonna fucking learn. And these 2 games do not make our season. We got 10. We got fucking 10 left. 2 games are gonna make our fucking season. Y'all would sign up if the Jets lose and we would have been at the half. We would have been 5-4. Every motherfucker in here would have signed up for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Do I think we're gonna get one of these? Yeah. Do I? Everybody's like, oh, hey, he has to do this against this, and that, or whatever. We don't know how the fuck these games gonna go. The Jet defense could shut them the fuck down. I don't question these motherfuckers no more. I told you that from the beginning. I said, let them niggas play. They're gonna get. It's gonna get better. Now the defense is leading the charge. Great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not banging on the floor. Because now he got to go into his bag of tricks. There's a bunch of injuries there. So now the only thing that I say is, please, Elijah, get on board. Because if he gets on board, now we got to back another weapon. But if he doesn't, then that's it. The truck continues. You treat it like an injury and you keep moving. The NFL, it's not for long. No one's going to feel sorry for you, bro. And like somebody said, they went into fucking Denver and fucking put up 16. And they were like, oh, Zach didn't do shit. I don't know, but I know my quarterback's the one that's driving and getting them to fucking field goal range. That's doing enough. That's doing the fucking enough. He's not making the crucial thing. And he's running around like a chicken without his head and just making niggas look stupid. You know what I'm saying? And like that, and like Mark was saying, when they get used to him, when they play with him or whatever, you think we're gonna see the same Zach Wilson next year? Hell no. We may see a better Zach Wilson freaking 5-6 games down the road. Give him a chance, bro. Y'all keep fucking smashing this kid or whatever. And this kid, I believe in him. Yes, I fucking believe in him. Just like I believe in the Jets defense and everything or whatever. It's not. You're not going to be perfect. You're not going to be perfect when you're running for your fucking life. And again, we're back down to the glue is got. Matter of fact, the glue is, I call him the glue. AVT's down. But we need to figure it out, get a game plan, and we see what happens or whatever. I don't give a fuck how they beat New England, whether it's by 30 or whether it's by 1. 3-0, I'm going to be fucking happy. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, the passion, I respect. You're right. There's a lot of, I said that shit in a post a few weeks ago. A lot of people is flippity flop, don't know exactly what they want. I know me personally, I know he's doing, I can only speak for myself. I know he's doing enough to win. I just want to see a little bit like the easy throws. Like I know he's running for his life, but when you're not, make the easy throw. That one to Uzama, was poor. Like, I need to see the little things cleaned up. Because you make those throws, that fucking pass to Uzama consistently, boom, that's a 15, 20-yard gain. I'm pretty sure that would have led us. We didn't score that drive. But again, that pass right there would put us in field goal range more likely than not. So I just need to see the little things cleaned up. But, hey, he's doing a lot of things that he didn't do last year. So that is growth in a certain way. But I think eventually we're going to need him. I
No,
think he
Benny,
will.
Benny,
He's
it's
going to need
not.
to take that step forward.
Hey, Ben, it's not. It's a growth. No, he is growing. It's just people can't. There's a game within a game. You know, there's a game within a game. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it.
But T, let me ask you something.
What's up, Joe?
In the past 3 games, right? I'm just gonna play a little devil's advocate here, right?
Go ahead, go for it.
Not in a bad way, but in the past 3 games, what have you seen besides the not turning over the ball? That's good. You need to. He's a second overall pick. You need to see a little more oomph out of the kid. Like, he looks dead right now.
No,
basically play the
Jojo, that's the
same-
problem.
But
Jojo, if
see,
he was
see,
dead
yesterday
and he didn't have it in his heads or whatever, listen to me. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Look, I keep saying it, and people live, and if you think that, and this is 100% right, people live, they look at the stats. It's glorified. It looks
Not
great.
the stats, man.
That's Final Fantasy football bullshit. That shit don't fly
But
by
see,
me,
it's
bro.
not the stats
That's
though.
why I don't
He
play
looked like
Final. I don't
yesterday.
play Final. I don't play football. I don't play
Listen,
that shit.
yesterday
Big
he
T,
looked
let him
like
make his point. You can rebut him.
He
Let him make his
reminded
point.
me yesterday. He reminded me yesterday of fucking Johnny Manziel yesterday. The dude was all over the fucking place, trying to make some plays. It's okay to take a sack, dude. It's okay to take a sack. It's okay to do that. But when you have one play, you know that play where he threw it across the fucking field and he tried to get Conklin? Dude, if that ball hung another second, half a second in the air, that fucking could be pick 6 the other goddamn way. You cannot be Superman without trying to be Superman. Like, you can't do that. You want to play baby steps? Play baby steps. But then when he tries to want to be big, he wants to be the big fuck. He wants to have the big dick on the fucking field. You can't. You got to take those baby steps
All right,
first to
so
do it.
can I play devil's advocate on that one? And what happens if he hits it? We're on his.
What happens? But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
What happens when he hits it? He's gonna make those plays, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm
you
not
don't
saying
want
he's
your
not
quarterback
Patrick Mahomes.
making plays like
Patrick
that.
Mahomes makes those plays, and
Do
Patrick
not
Mahomes
compare
throws.
Zach Wilson to
No,
Patrick
listen,
Mahomes.
no. Listen first before you make a comment. Listen before you make a comment. Okay, because Patrick Mahomes, the other game last week, they both did the same thing, both almost exact play. Mahomes threw the interception and Zach didn't. You know, it's a game of inches, bro. It's a game of inches. Sometimes you make the play and sometimes you don't, or whatever. And if you tell me if you tell me Zach don't got a little bit of magic in him, then you haven't been watching him. It hasn't happened yet, or whatever. But trust me, he has that magic in him. And to say he's running without you, yo, dude, you got 260 pounds, 250 dudes. He's just dodging niggas left and right. His agility and his capability is not even very good. It's probably, if it's not matter, it's on a fucking elite. If that's a dude that don't know what the fuck is going on, bro, then you're not watching a football game. I don't give a fuck.
All right, Benny, let's move on to the next game. Who you got next?
Let's definitely keep moving. Let's keep moving. There's definitely a lot of hands.
Yo, guys, I'm gonna drop off because I got training, not because I'm mad at you guys or whatever and stuff like that. I love you.
All right, Big T, all love, man.
Later.
Let's go to Skit. Yeah, go ahead, Skit.
All right, that's gonna be tough to follow up Big T there, but
Do your thing, bro. It don't matter.
You know, as far as Zach Wilson, right now I'm not too worried. He's doing what he needs to do to win us football games. But it reminded me of 2009, 2010, where you know you have a game manager in Sanchez, defense is carrying you, the run game's carrying you. Now with Brees gone, we don't have that 1-2 punch. Michael Carter's good, but he's not Brees Hall. Brees Hall was looking like a top 5 running back in football, and he's gone for the season. With that being said, we've faced 2 very good defenses the last 2 weeks on the road. And there's no reason to panic about Zach yet. But if we go into and play Detroit at home and Jacksonville at home and he's still doing the same shit, I mean, a play that no one's talking about is that fumble that we got bailed out on where he's trying to do too much. It was probably a fumble. Probably should have been 6 for the Broncos. Throw the ball away. I know the offensive line wasn't helping him too much, but he's doing shit that is just stupid. One, Elijah Moore, if he doesn't wake up this week and see that we need him, I can't watch Denzel Mims and Jeff Smith any longer. We watched it last year. It's not good enough. If Elijah Moore isn't all in after this week, he's never going to be all in. Just get rid of him. Third, as far as Breece Hall goes, a name that I haven't been hearing too much about that I think would be a good fit and help us is Alexander Madison. He's sitting behind Dalvin Cook right now. The dude's a beast. We won't have to give up too much for him. He's obviously not going to – listen, we're not going to win the Super Bowl this year. So let's not pay a lot for Kareem Hunt. Like, let's just get Alexander Madison. Let him be 1-2 with Michael Carter because Ty Johnson's not great. And listen, I think Madison's a good fit. We got to win next week. MetLife's going to be rocking. And then on Sunday Night Football, when they flex us versus the Bills at 6-2 and 6-1, we're either going to get embarrassed or we're going to wake up the NFL and say, all right, the Jets are here. But the Breece Hall loss is massive. And if Elijah Moore is not on the field next week, get rid of him because it's just going to be a headache for the rest of his fucking career. So that's what I got to say. And if you guys want to comment, feel free.
I have one thing, Benny.
One sec, Joe. Guys,
The
if you guys
Vikings-
are a speaker, make sure you put your hand up. If you're a speaker, you got a lot of people rotating. So if you're up as a speaker with your hand down, we're going to rotate you out, nothing personal, all right? Go ahead, Jojo.
Yeah, I'm real quick. Skip, just real quick. The Vikings are 5-1. Dalvin Cook's been hurt already this year. They're not trading Madison.
Yeah,
that's no way. No way. Not happening.
And I'll tell you this: when it comes to Kareem Hunt, I think you can probably get him for the cheap. Right now, they're 2-5. They're probably going to continue to fucking lose games. Kareem already had requested a trade a few weeks back. They have no fucking draft capital in the fucking slightest after trading for Deshaun Watson. And he's a free agent at the end of this year. And the chances that he re-signs with the Browns are probably very slim to none anyway. So you'd be getting him for a 10-game rental. So you'd probably be able to get him for absolutely dirt cheap.
Benny, maybe you send that extra 6 we got for Cashman, and then you're still locked up with all your picks, and you just don't have that one.
Yeah, like I think that's fucking absolutely fantastic. Like I'm definitely making that call if Breece, because I think a lot of people don't realize because he's behind Nick Chubb, who's probably top 2 back in the league. But Kareem Hunt is really good pass catcher, really good. Like he has pretty good vision. He's a bruiser, pretty good pass blocking as well. He's everything that we would need with Breece Hall. He's not as explosive, obviously, but you don't need him to be as fucking explosive as Breece Hall. Like you're not going to get that. Kareem Hunt would be a very good option and a safe little check down target for Zach Wilson because he has really good hands as well. So I just want to kind of keep that in mind as also. Oh shit, there's mad fucking hands out of nowhere. Shit, who? Mike Mack, you've been waiting a while, bro. My bad. Go ahead, Mike.
All good, no worries. I
What
agree
up,
with
Mike?
you with the Kareem Hunt. What's up? I also like Cam Akers. I think there's just bad blood out there. I think you could actually probably fleece the Rams to get Cam Akers out of there. He's a good north-south runner, so I think he'd actually be able to fill that explosiveness. So I'd like to see that, but I'm going to say this. I mean, I'm not on the crazy Mims train, but you can't hate on the man. He's the reason why we opened up that touchdown. I don't care about receptions and all that stuff. I'm here to get some wins. I don't want to see a losing record. I don't want to be in the top 10 draft. So I don't know if you all saw his press conference after, but he said he's out there to take heads off when blocking. So the issue is we need more. I mean, that Jeff Smith drop on that first down that hit him in the
Brutal.
chest. Yeah, it was tight
That
coverage.
was
but
brutal, bro. That was brutal.
You can't take a shot off the chest. I mean, if it was like, hey, you threw it back, like the throw to Mims, like that was back shoulder when he's going on the slant, and then he gets chipped in the face. I mean, there's just a lot of things that didn't go our way, and I think Zach Wilson's played fully now a full season. He played 13 last year and 4 this year. So I mean, he's got his first 17 games under his belt. Look, he's out there winning games. We're going from Lambeau and a good defense out there to Denver, who's a top 3, and now we're going to the Patriots. I mean, we're playing back-to-back good defenses. It's not like we're playing the Chicago Bears or Jacksonville or some of these teams that just really have some massive holes. So, I mean, look, we're out there winning games. That's all I care about right now. I think things will start clicking. I mean, losing him for the first 5 weeks of the season, I think that is kind of what hurt too. I mean, he's already thrown almost 700 yards on the season, and he's at 58% completion. So I mean, that's exactly what Flacco's numbers were for the first 3 games. So I mean, we're not that far off, but look, he's out there, he's controlling the team, he's telling them to grow a pair, step up, and all that. So that's what you want out of a sophomore leader. And then two, that right tackle that came in, I'm gonna butcher his name, but a bunch of alphabet letters. He actually stood his ground coming in for AVT. I mean, obviously he's not AVT, but he played well. I mean, a lot of people are talking about him, and then we have Mike Remmers too, that's on the active roster as well too. So hopefully we can get Fant back because I think he's eligible to come off the IR this week too. So, I mean, if we could fill some of those pieces and start getting the offensive line back to moving and grooving, I think we'll be just fine. But I think the real issue is getting Elijah Moore back. I think he needs to realize it's not about him, and it's time to grow a fucking pair and move on. I mean, the AJ Brown shit being in his ear and being his older brother or younger brother, whatever that relationship is, needs to fuck off, and we need to move on and figure it out. If you want to get paid, sure, then that means you need to ball the fuck out, and we'll give you a paycheck, or you could go find it somewhere else. But you're not balling out, so it's time to make things happen.
Yo, Mike, that was fucking fantastic. I agree with everything you said, especially with Elijah needing to kind of get kind of into the fold a little bit. Realize that it's not about you. Mims post game, he said the perfect thing that I hope Elijah Moore. I know he wasn't probably, but I hope he was listening. Where Mims was like, I know I requested the trade. The trade deadline's coming up, but at the end of the day, we're winning games, and that's all I want to do. So I don't really care about it. Boom, right there, bro. A guy that requested a trade who feels like he can contribute, big body, fast, whatever the case may be. Chances are, if he was in another system that was better suited for him, not that he'd be fucking fantastic, but he could probably contribute a little bit more. He doesn't care because we're winning game. Inactive or not, he's happy. And you've seen that in his emotion and in his
And a
stature,
lot of
how he
people
was
too
talking.
keep saying that Mims requested a trade. His actual, if you go back to his meeting, he wasn't even like demanding a trade like Elijah Moore. It was like, hey, if you're not going to use me, then you might as well trade me. It was one of those like, hey, like find a way to just do the best for me kind of thing. But I mean, ever since that issue, he's shut the fuck up. He rode the pine, and everybody said he's been extremely happy, and he knows his time's coming. Shit, Saleh in Green Bay said, I can't wait to call Mims his name, and hopefully he steps up. And what does he do? He opens up a lane, and we get almost a 70-yard touchdown. So that's what you want from a player to be able to come and shine. And what did Saleh say after the game yesterday? Mims is going to have a bigger role next week in against the Patriots. Like that's what you want to see. Like now you know Elijah, his asshole's puckering because he's like, oh shit, I thought I'd be able to sit a week. Everyone would be like, yeah, we got our doors blown off. We need more. Hey, we go out there, we're grinding gears and we're winning games. And now he's like, well, shit, they won without me. What's going to happen? So I think he will come around this week. I think he's got to go around and start apologizing and fixing it. It's going to take some time. I mean, you got a team that is out there tweeting and saying there ain't no I in team. So they're 99% on board. You're that 1%. You better get on board. So I think they'll be just fine. I'm not overly concerned. I actually think the Patriots going to Mac Jones when it's crazy to say that Zappy's a hot hand, but I think that they should just maintain Zappy since he's hot. But it should be interesting to see what happens against Chicago.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. Let's definitely keep going around to these hands, ground and punt. Go ahead, bro.
Good morning, my Jet Lounge family. Hello, everybody. A couple things. I understand what T-Rock is saying when he's saying that there's a game within a game, right? You have to, and Mangini used to always say there's like ebbs and flows to the game. And I think that's kind of what T-Rock meant. But first things first, we're 5-2, right? That's number one. Number two, we lost 2 Pro Bowlers essentially in our offense. And we lost a key player with Corey Davis. Okay, and still won the game. So we overcame. It wasn't like Brees left the game in the fourth quarter. He got hurt in the first half, didn't he? First quarter, Benny?
Yeah.
Right? So that never happens where you lose your best offensive player. and it never happens to the Jets at least, right? So you have that. So there's a lot of good things going on. I think what we need to really do is just like really regroup and get as many people as healthy as possible. Right now, we have a victory and we're licking our wounds at the same time. So, and then for everybody that's saying that, like, you drafted Zach, number 2, we need to let him sling the ball all over the place and all that kind of stuff. Listen, you have a responsibility to all the players to win football games. You can't just, I mean, that sounds like somebody said something like that, that Wilson looked like Manziel. Well, that would be like being as responsible as Manziel to just sling the rock all over the field. And this offensive line play didn't lend itself to that. And when you have the defense playing top 5 defense quality football, you have to teach your young players how to control the game. The game is very mental, and it's very mentally draining as well. These guys are probably exhausted at the end of the game. Now, I could go all day and harshly criticize Zach all day. Personally, my eye, watching his ball versus watching Rippon's ball, I liked Rippon's ball a lot better. I think the guy just was setting his feet better and everything, but that's a whole nother conversation. Right now, it's Victory Monday. And, it's you just got to be consistent with this team, right? Like, number one, we all signed up for competitive football, right? That's what we wanted because it was just really, really bad. And then number two, we can't sit here and say, well, Zach's got thrown all over the field. And then on the other breath, you're saying, well, it's Mike LaFleur. Then on the other breath, you're saying, well, Zach had no play. He had no time to throw the ball. If you're going to throw the ball deep, you have to do a 5 or 7 step drop. There were so many plays where he had no chance in hell of getting in a 5 or 7 step drop. So I mean, like, and I'm not defending like Zach's play, but the offensive line yesterday was hurt. Dwayne Brown struggled yesterday. I think he had 4 penalties. I mean, he probably had the worst game of his life yesterday. And I'm not going to kill him for it because the guy's playing injured. But at the end, we lost AVT, we lost Brees, we lost Corey Davis. And by the way, DJ Reed is the best free agent signing probably in the NFL in the last 3 to 5 years on any football team. This guy is amazing. He's a leader. He tackles. He covers. He plays hard on every single play. He's my God, like, I haven't bought a Jets jersey in 20 years. I think he'd be the one that I would buy. That's all I got, fellas.
Yeah, nah, bro. I feel that. And I don't know. Zach didn't have a chance in the majority of his dropbacks. I totally feel that. But I know I can't speak for everyone else. But what me is,
Benny, you heard me. You heard me
forward.
criticize him yesterday, and everybody lost their fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even going there. Today's Victory Monday, so I'm not going to touch Zach at all. And you know what? For what it's worth, the kid, like, so there's a difference between when people say Zach didn't make any mistakes, because that's not true. He made a lot of mistakes. He didn't make any mistakes that resulted in turnovers, is really the true statement. Okay, and that I'm happy for. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep it on Victory. For me, I'm gonna keep it on Victory Monday. I'm gonna criticize Zach another day.
Yeah, nah, bro. I don't blame you. Enjoy this day. We all should enjoy this day. We're fucking 5-2. No one would have fucking thought we was 5-2. And we got some big games coming up, so it's gonna be interesting to see how we handle that. But 4 Victory Mondays in a row is fucking something we haven't seen in fucking God knows how long. So it's fucking fantastic that we're at this point.
I love you, Benny. I love you, bro.
Yeah, of course, bro. All love, bro. Nothing but love. Just want to point this out real quick before I continue to get to the hands. I posted it on the Jumbotron. It's kind of interesting. but supposedly the CBS broadcast asked Coach Salah before the Broncos game if the relationship with Elijah Moore is irreparable, and he responded, "It's up to him." So to me, that's interesting. The ball's on Elijah's court. If he wants to be a little bitch, whatever. But we're moving forward as a team. We're not going to be sitting here waiting for Elijah, begging for him to come back. Oh, I'm sorry. Da, 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 da. I promise we're going to get you more involved. We're winning games. We're doing it, frankly, without you. We want you to be a part of it. The ball's in his court. So it's going to be interesting to see within the next 2 or 3 days if he's involved again, like in the practice. He's supposed to join the team again today, but I don't know. I can't wait to see
Yeah, Benny,
how it develops.
it's like every other injury and every other thing in football. It's the next man up. You don't want to play, we'll do without you. Just like you look at the jumbotron, you look up, Brees is hurt. So remember, we got Zonovan Knight. Maybe he gets his chance to come up too. He was pretty good in the preseason and stuff too. So it's next man up. So Elijah wants to be a bitch. Let him
And
do it somewhere else.
Justin,
Yep.
Ty Johnson's better than what people give him credit for, bro. He's really not that bad, and he filled in admirably yesterday.
He did what he needed to do. I'm not saying he played like bad at all.
He's not fucking Kareem Hunt, but I mean, he's better than what people give him credit for.
Yeah, 100%. But let's definitely keep going around to all the hands. I'm gonna get to the people that haven't spoke first, and then I'm gonna circle back. So go ahead, Jokes, and we're gonna get Mr. Sandy, and then Michael and Cap. We're gonna keep going around like that. But go ahead, Jokes. What's up, bro?
Going on. Hey, listen, the great Conor McGregor said it best. I apologize for absolutely nothing. We won. I don't care. And whoever said Kareem Hunt, I guess we were talking before, just go send a fourth and a fifth and rent them for the rest of the season. Go get Kareem Hunt. We should be buyers. We're in playoff contention. It's not the time to sit on draft picks, third and fourth rounders. Go ahead. Like we need to make a push. We got a big game coming up this week, and it's against Bill Belichick, and everybody's scared about what Bill. Their defense is looking good, but when's the last time we can say that the Patriots are coming up to face our defense? We got a defense that shouldn't be messed with. Listen, Zach wasn't great, but to his defense, the more that the all 22 video little images start popping up, the kid was also running for his freaking life too. So I've always said that Zach will make me a believer when he proves it to me. He hasn't yet. That's fine. This year was about his development and trying to win. Well, he's not really developing yet, but we are winning. So let's see where we're at. I'm not scared of the hoodie. Bring him on. Our defense is going to punch them right in the face.
Yo, Jokes, you're totally right, bro. Obviously, we know that we're hanging our head on our defense, and I know Bill Belichick's defense is always great, but you made the fucking extremely valid point. They have to come here and worry about our defense. How are they going to score on our defense? I know they won the past few games, but guess what? They ain't really fucking play nobody. They played the Lions, who have statistically the worst fucking defense in the league currently. The Browns, who are 2-5, and today they're playing the Bears, who also suck. So they're on a little win streak, but they're beating bottom feeder teams. They're not playing teams that have a fucking top 5 defense like ours. They're not facing corners like ours. And their mantra is running the ball similarly to ours, right? I don't know the stats now, but going into the game yesterday, we was only giving up 3 yards a carry. So teams aren't even running on us consistently for big runs, doing all that shit. So I'm not necessarily worried about their offense in the fucking slightest. They need to be worried about coming into our house. The stadium's going to be absolutely fucking rocking. And say what you will, this should be a game that we go out there, punch Bill Belichick in his fucking face, and be like, yo, the Jets are here to fucking come enjoy 4th place. That's the mantra that we need to have going into this Sunday. Nothing point blank, period. But yeah,
I want the Patriots more than I want Buffalo.
Oh, 100%. Give me punching Bill Belichick in the face twice and I don't want to obviously this to fucking happen, but I'll take a fucking 20-point loss to Buffalo if that means we could punch Bill Belichick in the face twice all fucking day. Give me that. But yeah, go ahead, Sandy. What up, bro?
Hey, good morning, guys. How everybody doing?
Good, bro. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm always doing good in the Jets a minute, just like you guys said. Um, I'm not gonna come here and criticize Elijah Moore. I'm not gonna criticize Zach Wilson. Um, when it comes to Elijah Moore, I told the last space I was in, I told him, listen, he's young, he's 22. When he was coming out of college, when Garrett Wilson was coming out of college, these guys were go-to guys because they were what? They were next up in getting drafted. So in order for them to get drafted, they got to get the ball more. And that's the mental mindset they came out of college with. You understand? And now that they came on the team, I get it. You believe that you're like a number one receiver, but now they got to learn how to really play team football. It goes both ways. If the receivers ain't clicking, the run game is the one that's clicking, and you got to go with it. If the run game gets stopped, then the good thing about it, if you got both of them as receivers, we can open up the receiving game. So I'm not really, like I said, I'm not going to come in criticize him like somebody said it's his agent. If it's his agent, then like I said, as a young dude and you're listening to somebody that's probably older than you or whatever, you're gonna be in that mindset. That he needs probably somebody to be a much better mentor towards him. As far as Zach Wilson, put it like this. Trevor Lawrence drafted before him. He's out there putting up numbers. But what's his record right now? Zach Wilson right now has a better record than Trevor Lawrence. Now, he does not have the numbers, but the wins is saying a lot more than the numbers that Trevor Lawrence is putting up. Let's be honest, all right? Zach Wilson is here. They're winning football games. He's not throwing for 400 yards or 4 touchdowns a game. It's never going to be pretty. This is football. This is punch mouth football. These teams are telling you, you want to be able to look good, you got to come take it from us. And that is what the Jets are doing right now. They're coming taking the wins away from these people. And I mean, they earned it. You got to give credit to the defense for stepping up and holding down the offense. And like I said, he didn't look flashy yesterday. He went around a couple of times. There was a couple of times he looked a little bit stupid. We can argue that. But if Joe Flacco or Mike White was in those positions, those are sacks and straight fumbles. Let's be honest. And the ball would have been turned over. Those are sacks and straight fumbles. The fact that Zach was able to get out the pocket a little bit, try to keep the plays open, it's not a bad thing. Most of these quarterbacks are doing that these days. You got to get the hell out the pocket, if not stay in the pocket and get killed. The only thing I was upset about was that, like Benny, you said, and a couple of people say, holding on to the football a little bit too long. Because he did have Mims open, and he threw one behind Mims, and he almost got Mims killed yesterday. I was like, damn. But that's a learning process. Each step as you go along, you're gonna have to grow as you go along. You're gonna have to look back at the tape and like, damn, I can't do that again. I almost got my receiver killed. But the fact that they're winning, I can't argue too much because they're finding ways to actually win. They're finding ways to keep themselves in the game. And that's what I'm happy about, because what Zach did was like he realized, you know what, I can't have my defense on the field 24/7 because they're gas. I gotta find a way to stay on this field as long as I can. I want Jet fans to understand and realize, listen, you gotta stay behind this team. This team is young. This team is not like it got a bunch of old dogs on it. This team is young. They're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna be happy with it. But you got to be able to look at the positive. You got to be able to find the positives that came out of these games. There was a lot of positivity that came out of that game yesterday. I mean, sorry what happened to Brees Hall. I was like, damn. I really was hoping that it wasn't going to be like an ACL injury. Hopefully, I'm still hoping it comes back that it's not an ACL injury. But right now, it's like the next man up. That's the way we're going to have to play football, is the next man up. Our running backs really truly is not that bad. Carter, what's his name? Johnson. And if you bring what's his name? If you bring Bam Knight up, not a bad running back either. We have to keep pounding and grinding, but we still have to stay behind this team. And like some of you said, the New England game, I would prefer to win that game over the Buffalo game. One thing I was happy about with this team is that Belichick always takes away what works for you in the game. And the fact that we have both the receiving game and the running game, he's going to end up taking one of these games away. which means that we're gonna have to rely on the other one. So hopefully, come next game, it's all about the receivers. Saying that we may be down on running back, but who knows? Let's see what happens. The only thing I want Mike LaFleur to do is really open up the offense a little bit more. Have every receiver be able to touch the ball just a little bit.
Yeah, nah, I feel you on that, bro. You're preaching to the choir, 100%, 100%. Let's see who's next. Who's next? Yo, Cat, what up, Cat? Talk to me, bro.
Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. I ain't gonna cry to nobody that we 5-2 right now. We 5-2, fellas. You play 500 ball the rest of the way, you're at 10 wins. Let's not. I get it. Zach didn't look good, but I spoke to somebody like we were on the phone. We were chopping it up, and I'll say it like this: this past game, next week, and the week after are the three best defenses we're probably gonna face the rest of the year. I'm not. It's gonna look ugly. The kid got us a lead. Granted, it was on a handoff. They lost the lead, and then he got it and maintained it and just controlled the game. It looked terrible, but look at everybody that went down. Look at all the fucking linemen that had to get moved around. And Denver's a good defense. They're top 5 in the league. And you had to go to Mile High. I don't really care. You got the dub. Come home. That's it. That's it. As for Benny, you were saying before about Elijah Moore and what Robert Saleh said. Um, to be honest with you, I think when he said that, where it's up to him, I always felt that now he's putting that onus on Elijah Moore to make amends with his teammates, not just with him. He's probably whatever. Let them figure it out. But if his teammates don't take him back, that's what he's basically saying in my eyes. I don't read too much into it.
Yeah, nah, 100%. Elijah needs to kind of man up, apologize to his teammates. He needs to get in front of everyone, probably. And if the teammates welcome him back, I think it's going to be a freaking non-issue. But that's where it really lies, 100%. And we shouldn't be fucking apologizing to nobody. We're fucking 5-2. I think we have the third best record in the AFC. Who would have fucking thought, right? But I don't know. These next few games are going to be very interesting. Like Joey always says, the next game is the biggest game. So we need to keep that positive vibe going, and we'll see how everything goes. Let's see who's next. Danny, I know you had your hand up before you put it down. What up, Danny?
Hey, how's it going? So the running back situation for me, I don't think we need to go out and spend. I mean, I know it's only going to be like a 4th or a 5th round pick, but I don't think we need the egos of some of these guys like Kareem Hunt or Cam Akers coming in here and messing up a good situation that we have. I think we need to go with Ty Johnson. We need to bring whoever the running back is off the practice squad. We've still got Michael Carter. I don't think we need to go spend money. I know we want to win, or we're not going to make the Super Bowl, but I know we want to win and get into the playoffs. I don't think we need to ruin what we've already got, and that's why I don't think we need to bring Elijah Moore back as well. I mean, he's burnt some bridges already, and I think the team see that. So it has to be, like we said, Mims is up. I mean, he's not done anything for 3 years, but if he's willing to step up now after sitting there for 3-4 years, I guess we have to ride with these guys that have kind of stuck it out with us, and hopefully we keep continuing the momentum that we have. The Patriots game next week. I mean, I'm not scared of the Patriots. I mean, I live in Boston, so I hear a lot of the talk radio shows about these guys, and Mac Jones is the one who's definitely starting. I'm not scared of Mac Jones. I don't think with our defense, I think we'll pick him off 2-3 times. This guy's coming back from an injury. He starts tomorrow night. I mean, I think we'll kill them. Like you said, if we lose 20 points to the Bills, who cares? We're going to lose to the Bills anyway. The Bills are going to make it to the Super Bowl more than likely. So if we can beat the Dolphins, beat the Patriots, then that's what we need to work towards, right? I guess. Hopefully you understood me. I'm from Scotland originally.
personally, I'm a Jets fan, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts on what I said. So I'll turn my mic off now.
Yeah, bro. Nah, we heard you, and it's cool, bro. Fucking from Scotland, Jet fan. We appreciate you being here, bro. I see what you're trying to say, bro, and I wouldn't think bringing in Kareem Hunt to me personally doesn't necessarily ruin things. He knows how to be a complimentary back already because he's been doing it with the Browns. Yo, Manny, I see you down there, bro. Swing Kareem Hunt this way, bro. Appreciate you. But yeah, come up here and say your piece, bro. Would you be willing to get rid of Kareem Hunt? Let me know. But yeah, I don't think he necessarily ruins anything. He knows how to be a complimentary back. I know he wants to be the lead back, but at the end of the day, if he plays well, he's gonna end up having. He's a free agent at the end of the year. He can sign wherever the fuck he wants. And I know we're sour on Elijah Moore, but with the talent, he's talented. You cannot convince me he's not talented. And Mims, he's not good. So we can continue to throw him out there. But if we want to give Zach Wilson the best opportunity to succeed, as much as Elijah Moore is being a bitch right now and selfish and whatever the case may be, if you want to give Zach Wilson the best chance to be, you would love to have a skill set like Elijah Moore out there. Because I'll tell you what, Elijah Moore would have probably had a few targets yesterday, and it would have been that drop to Jeff Smith. Elijah wouldn't have dropped that. Jackson Berrios dropped. It was a little behind him, but Elijah Moore wouldn't have dropped that. So I don't know. I would love a talent like Elijah Moore back in the field, but if at the end of the day, if he's gonna be emotional and cause havoc and be whatever, fuck him. Like at the end of the day, we're winning games without him. So I agree on that point. Yo,
What
Dan,
time? What time is Elijah Moore going to talk today?
I have no idea. Well, I think the coaches usually tend to speak around 1-2 o'clock ish. So I'd be guessing around that time we'll be hearing news on AVT, praying best. We're probably waiting for the inevitable on Brees Hall and obviously on Elijah Moore, whether he's back with the team, what he's going to be doing this week. So look
At
forward to
three
that.
at 3:15, Benny.
At 3:15. All right, cool. So yeah, no, we'll definitely see how everything goes. But let's definitely keep going to the hands. I'm gonna go. Yo, Mike. What up, Mike? I know you ain't get a chance to speak right now. What's good, bro?
Hey Benny, how are you? I'm sorry guys, but I do have to call out the whole Zach Wilson hate. I think the conversation about Zach Wilson is crazy, to be honest. I know he didn't play his best game yesterday, but this defense made Justin Herbert look like a clown. They made every quarterback look stupid that they played, except Geno Smith. And the only reason Geno Smith looked decent is because he had the whole offseason to prepare for this defense. And we all know the defenses aren't themselves the first game. So
That game was also at Seattle, by the way.
right. So that's kind of my point. Is it was also in Seattle. The conditions were tough in Denver yesterday. I mean, even their own kicker was having trouble. The ball just sails a little bit different in the wind. It's okay what he did. He didn't turn the ball over. I know he had maybe two possible turnover worthy plays. People keep pointing at that crossbody throw. To be honest with you, if he made that pass and Coughlin caught it, we'd all be screaming crazy. So honestly, his ball placement wasn't bad on that throw. Yes, it breaks the rules that we all know, which is don't pass across the defense like that. I agree with you. But at the same time, he can make those throws. That's part of why we loved him so much. I mean, in his pro day, he made a throw like that, and it was a dime to his receiver. He has the ability to make those throws. Maybe we don't want him to do that in close games, but he can. One day he's going to break out, and those throws are going to be dimes, and we're going to expect him to make those passes. So I'm not as low on Zach as you guys are. I think he has potential. I think he played 2 top 5 defenses, at least against the pass, the last 2 weeks, and he didn't turn over the ball. That's huge. That's all I want from him. Don't turn over the ball. Facilitate the defense properly. I mean, the offense. Sorry, what am I saying? And that's it. He's gonna break out against the defenses that aren't top 5 in the league. That's how I see it. I mean,
But
when
Mike, can I just be devil's advocate for a second?
yes,
Just for a
Go
second.
ahead, bro.
Listen. I hear everything you're saying, but can you also agree that you kind of got to look at both sides of the coin a little bit? Like a quarter at the end of the day does have a heads and does have a tails, right? Like if you're watching that game, if you score the throws, Brett Rippin, like he had better protection than Zach, but he was throwing a better ball yesterday. I mean, like if you score the throws, and so that's just like for a Jets fan when you see that. When you see a guy like Rippin, I don't know if he's like a late round pick or undrafted, and then you see Zach pick number 2. And granted, like he didn't ask to be picked number 2. The Jets made the selection, so they gotta develop him. But like you see where that's like a little bit concerning, where like the undrafted players throwing a better ball than our number 2.
Can
That's
I
just
jump in with that real quick? I agree with
Go
you.
ahead.
I agree with you, but I think we're downplaying like every time maybe he was getting us going a little. I mean, the immense amount of penalties,
Fucking penalties. Yo,
and then the pass rush is a big thing, and the throws to Judy. I mean, he made him. He made him. I'm not taking it away, but it's when they get us in our dime or one-on-one, and you had Joyner or Equals, and their receivers were wide open. Judy was just toasting those guys on one-on-one. So,
oh yeah.
you
Yo,
got to
Joey.
look at it like the whole thing, And
right.
I mean, I agree that wasn't a great game by any means, but like, if that was Zach Wilson of last year, I think we have like a complete fucking meltdown. So, we might analyze our quarterback. And I know I'm like a big homer and a big Zach Wilson guy. And I say things I don't even believe just to troll other fans and stuff. Was I impressed with that game? No. But after all the injuries, still moving the ball just enough for the 2 field goals, I mean, that's growth. Does he need to take a lot more? Yeah, he definitely does. But, I mean,
Yo,
it
Joey.
is what it is.
I'm gonna piggyback off your point real quick, and then definitely want to continue to get to the hands. But yo, you're totally right. The announcers were saying it yesterday. Every time, it's a lot. I think we didn't really realize how much easier it is to play quarterback when you're consistently in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, and that's what Rippin was going against: 3rd and 1, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. And every time we would get a good play on 1st down, it was auto fucking matic, literally.
Nonstop.
A penalty that bring us back and then put him into 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8. And when you're playing a defense like that, in 3rd and 8, 3rd and long, whatever the number may be, it is fucking impossible because they're bringing pressure from all over the damn place. They're sticky in coverage, and Zach has no fucking chance at that point. It was
Benny, how
automatic.
many times was we at 1st and 20, bro? It had to have been 5 times.
Yeah, like it's not realistic to expect Zach to necessarily make those throws all the time, but also to ground and punch, point a little bit there. When he did have the clean pocket, yes, comparing both, Rippin did deliver a little bit tighter, like a tighter ball, a little bit more accurate ball, and that is a little bit worrisome. I just gotta hope, we all gotta hope that Zach Wilson,
and Benny,
gets his mechanics in order.
I'm only saying that when somebody says, I find the criticisms on Zach to be crazy. Right?
Yeah.
Like come on, like crazy. Like you're not allowed to like critique your second overall pick. You can critique your second overall pick because we've had a bust at a 3rd overall pick and a 5th overall pick. You know what I'm saying? So it's that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Can I rebut real quick?
Rebut, and then we gonna get to Yoshi, my boy over there.
Okay. So yes, he did make mistakes. It wasn't perfect, but the pass the pass blocking wasn't perfect either. His offensive line got hurt with AVT. His skill players got hurt. He's playing with people that he doesn't usually play. Corey Davis got hurt. Elijah Moore's being a bitch. So there's that as well. Brees Hall got hurt, and he also plays a role in the pass offense. And with that said, I do want to say you guys are talking about Kareem Hunt. I think we have a guy who has elusiveness and breakout speed on our roster, specifically our practice squad, and that's Zonovan Knight. I saw a lot of good things out of Zonovan Knight in preseason, and I expect him to take a bigger role. That's how I see it. I don't think we need to trade anybody or spend any money. I think we have a guy that could, if he knows the offense, could also be dangerous. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
But Mike,
yeah,
but
I'm not
Mike,
taking anything away from Donovan Knight. Yo, Grandpa,
yeah,
hold on.
but Benny,
I'm
right?
not taking anything away from Donovan Mike. Yeah, I'm not taking away from anything from him. But at the end of the day, if I'm not spending a fucking fourth round on Kareem Hunt, but if you tell me we can give them a fucking fifth or some shit or a sixth, like it doesn't fucking matter and they might take it because they don't have draft capital. You know what I'm saying? And he's not re-signing with the team, so and they suck right now. So they fucking just get rid of him for a bag of chips. Give me someone that's a little bit more proven who can do it in the run game, who's a bruiser, who's really reliable pass catcher, a veteran who's been around winning, who knows how to be a complimentary back. It's not like he's gonna go there. I need all the fucking touches, rah rah rah, because he knows him and Mike MC are gonna be hand in hand playing off each other. I take that all the and if you really want Zonovan Knight on the team, give me Zonovan Knight over Ty Johnson. If we're really dying to get him up there, that's not really gonna happen. But that's just my opinion.
Who can develop Zach more? Kareem Hunt or Zonovan Knight? I think Kareem Hunt could. Okay? I think anybody would take Kareem Hunt right now over a practice squad player. You got to go for Hunt if you can get him.
Right, but you guys also have to realize they're not giving up on the season because the Browns think that once Deshaun Watson comes back, they'll be able to streak. And if they go in a winning streak, it's possible that they sneak into the playoffs. So yes, I know their record sucks right now, but they have a lot of faith in Deshaun Watson. And quite frankly, we all can't talk. I think Deshaun Watson can go on a run, and they might be dangerous later on. So I don't think they're sellers just yet.
They're 2-5. Their division, I think they've lost every game in their division. They're gonna continue to lose up to the point Deshaun gets back. I think Deshaun doesn't get back until week 13 maybe or 11.
The Houston game, whichever one that is.
Whatever one that is. At that point, it might be a little. I don't know. It's worth giving them a phone call. Yo, you want a fucking 5th round pick for Kareem? No? Okay, cool. Hang up the phone and we move forward. It's not something that I would be like, all right, let's fucking negotiate a big deal. But if they're willing to do it, shit, we're in no position to be like, nah, Kareem Hunt, we don't need your talent. Like, but honestly, fuck that. I'm gonna still try to have hope that Brees Hall could come back eventually. I don't, but it is what it is. Go ahead, Mike. Talk to me.
So a lot of people are talking on Zach Wilson's development and like trying to compare him to like second years of like Herbert and Allen and all that stuff. But what did the teams do? They went and got veteran wide receivers. You had Diggs go and take and elevate Josh Allen to that next level. Herbert has Keenan Allen taking him to that next level. And I think honestly, if Corey Davis wasn't hurt, he's been our second half like main target. He's receiving about what 89% of completions in the second half. So I think that veteran presence actually truly hurt us last game because you have second and third and rookies out there running routes. We saw it too when Zach did a couple of throwaway passes. You could see that there's 2-3 wide receivers that are standing within 2-3 yards of each other. So I think that route tree was god awful. You know, that veteran presence of Corey Davis. Yeah, he's not the Stephon Diggs and all that stuff to take the top off the ball, but he does get loose on some of those drag routes. So I think that truly hurt us yesterday in the pass game because you're relying on Mims and Jeff Smith and you don't have Elijah Moore running a good route tree. So what happens? You get Garrett Wilson getting double teamed, and that's what happened in Lambeau. You have Garrett Wilson getting double teamed, and he's not able to get open, and you need Garrett Wilson getting a couple of yards before getting loose. I mean, his yard separation is out of control. So, but he needs time to develop that route. So I think if Corey Davis's knee issue was, they were saying he was able to come back and cleared, but they just didn't want to push it, which I think was a smart decision. You know, when you're running the ball and you're moving the ball and you're locking down their offense, give Corey Davis the rest. We need him to drop a 50 burger on the Patriots to get back at them for last year. That's what I want to see. I want to see us freaking put our dick on their face and just bury the Patriots. And then two, on the Bills, look, I expect losses for the Bills. I didn't come into the season expecting us to beat them, but I want to see a close game. I want to see us lose 7 points, 3 points, something. That's a win in our book for the Jets, is going against a Super Bowl contending team and losing by 3 or losing by 7 or one of these close games. If we get our doors blown off, I think that's going to hurt a little bit. But if we can keep morale high, if we could keep Buffalo close, and I think we will play them tough. I think we will. But I just that's a win in our book. And hey, look, if we win against Buffalo at home, MetLife might crumble, honestly. But I think that everybody just needs to relax with Zach Wilson and let him develop. I mean, he's got he's got rookies and sophomores at the halfback wide receiver position. And I'm not going to count out Denzel Mims. That everybody hates on him. He's a COVID kid, and then he got COVID and food poisoning, and he was out the following year. So the kid really has just had a shitty luck. But look, I'll take that blocking all day if you had Elijah Moore in there. If you had Jeff Smith gone and you had Denzel Mims out there. I mean, he's 6'3", 225. He's a brick shit house. He's a tight end, and he opens up the lane. So if you could have him as your fourth target on that line with Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, and Elijah Moore, and you want to have no halfback in the backfield and come out wide, I think you have unreal talent. But that veteran presence is what hurt us yesterday, was losing Corey Davis. Because, I mean, how many times has he changed the game for us when we needed to get a touchdown or get a drive moving? It's been, hey, go to your vet and proven talent. So,
Yeah, Mike, I think that hasn't been spoken about enough. I know a lot of Jets fans. Matter of fact, fuck that. Jets fans should really be apologizing to Corey Davis, because all off season we was dragging him all over left and fucking right, trade him, get rid of him, do whatever. But at the end of the fucking day, he's our most reliable. He's I don't know, our quarterbacks trust him. Now it's Zach Wilson. Trust him. And how many times did we need a big play? And who's the recipient? Corey Davis. I know he's not Stephon Diggs. He's not like any of these guys, really, but he's reliable. Fourth down, we need a first down. Guess what? Corey Davis is getting the ball. Oh, we need a touchdown here. We're in the red zone. Guess what? We're going to Corey Davis. So the loss of Corey Davis definitely hurt Zach, because that's his comfort. That's like almost like his tight end. I know he's going to be where he needs to be, and I'm gonna throw the ball his way. And not having them there in that second half definitely hurt him, because that's where he goes. That's where he's most reliable. And I'm
Corey
pretty
Davis
sure
is your true number 2. You know, like when you saw him with A.J. Brown, the reason why he had 1,000-yard reception years is because you had A.J. Brown getting double teamed and you had Corey Davis flashing. Now, look, I'm not saying to do it, but the Jets go get DJ Moore, one of these 1A wide receivers. You'll have Corey Davis have a breakout year, or you'll have that vertical offense that everybody wants. But, I mean, when you have freshmen and sophomores running routes and trying to figure it out and get on a groove with a sophomore quarterback and a freshman sophomore running back, there's going to be these hiccups. And that's what Corey Davis is used there for, is to be able to control the offense and those young guys. So, I mean, he's out the whole game. We saw him, 1 or 2 snaps, and then he's out. So I think that was a shock right there. You know, we're trying to get a groove with that vertical offense. So I think that somebody said it earlier, the Patriots like to shut down one side of the ball. I actually think that they're going to try to force us to throw the ball. And I think that's where I think we see Zach Wilson have that breakout game. If Elijah Moore comes back and says, I fucked up, I'm here to play. If we get more Corey Davis, like I said, I'd give Mims more credit and see what he could do with being the third wide receiver or even the fourth. But having Braxton Berrios running 15-yard slants and all this crazy shit, that's not what he's meant for. He's meant for that underneath, I need 3 yards, or these jet sweeps and stuff. But when you have Elijah Moore, or when you have Braxton Berrios running these deep routes, that's just not what he should be used for.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And I'm gonna just throw this out there. You hear it, LaShawn, and you hear it, Brad. We come in week 9. I know I got to worry about the Patriots, but we coming for you, bro. Get ready, LaShawn, because I'm talking shit. I don't care if y'all gonna be the favorites by a touchdown, 2 touchdowns. What I don't give a fuck. I'm talking my shit next week. So get ready.
Well, Patriots are favored by 1.5 point right now, and they got
should.
Mac Jones starting this week. But it would be fucking hysterical to see them get their doors blown up by Chicago. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that could easily change depending on the outcome of today. But yeah, go ahead, Cap. Talk to me, bro.
I tell you what, I know that the loss of Corey Davis is going to hurt Zach as a numbers guy, but I'm one of those guys, like, just from watching the eye test with Zach Wilson, he likes going to Corey Davis a lot, and even more than he should. I saw yesterday after Davis went out, now he started targeting Conklin 6 times. I mean, he didn't throw the ball much, but he targeted him 6 times. I think he targeted Garrett Wilson 5 times. And I think he'll build that confidence. Like, okay, because I mean, if you notice, he likes going to Barrios, he likes going to Corey Davis. I think it might even be, I mean, it's going to be growing pains, obviously, but addition by subtraction. I know Corey Davis is a very good number 2, but I think he's going to have to realize that, like, training wheels are off, kid. You need to start throwing the ball around when there's plays to be made. And that's it. But I ain't worried about it. I want to see what the Pats look like. I don't want them to get their doors blown off tonight because I'd much rather them win this game and then we play them and then we beat them.
Yeah, nah, I feel that, bro. I could agree with you there. And I don't know, bro. Like, I know Mike said that Mac Jones is 100% starting. Guess what, bro? I don't know Bill Belichick personally, but in this history, bro, if this quarterback goes and fucking lights it up and throws for 300 yards again, I wouldn't be so quick to be like, yeah, Mac Jones is 100% starting. Because if that's the case, I think they'd be 3-0 with this backup quarterback, and he's been putting up numbers, running the offense very effectively.
Benny, up here in the New England area, the whole fan base is divided up here. They're divided. Like, I listen to EEI up here in the morning, and they're completely divided. They don't know, they some want Zappy, some want Mac Jones. Jones didn't get that surgery that Belichick wanted him to get. So right now, you know how Belichick is. If he don't like you, if you're in his doghouse, you're there. So, he's just it's all kinds of fucking crazy up here, bud.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, bro. Fuck it. Like, some dysfunction is good on that side. Give us a little bit of
yeah.
100%.
They're even questioning Belichick up here.
Hey, I love it. I absolutely love it. And they'll really start questioning Belichick and everything if we go and fucking beat them next week. Then it's like, oh shit, we lost to the fucking Jets. How'd that happen? So yeah, fuck them. But let's definitely keep going. What up, Rich? Talk to me, bro.
Hey guys, I just got a question. I don't know. Do you think it's LaFleur that's really holding Zach back because he had Brees? Really, that was the offense, and now that really has me nervous. But I'm thinking Zach's going to have to do something now in the future to open up because, I mean, we haven't heard really what the result of Brees, but I mean that's a huge loss. I know we have Carter. Carter only showed flashes. I mean, Brees jumped right off the ship and showed what kind of talent he has. So I don't know. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm kind of worried. Like, is it LaFleur that's holding Zach back, making him a conservative quarterback? Since you had Brees Hall there, that was really your offense, and like he was your only offense yesterday. So, just what's your take on that, guys?
Yeah, so I'm gonna speak on it first, and then anyone else can really speak on it. I'm nervous as well. It was clear as day that Brees Hall is. We all love Michael Carter, but Brees Hall is a special type of running back, and she showed it yesterday. A simple pitch play that almost looked like we had nothing, and he took it to the house. And he did it again versus Green Bay, where he made a fucking football play, cut it upfield, saw nothing but yellow helmets, and fucking found a way to score. Like, he's a special player. And I think Mike LaFleur, looking at the offense, is like, we have a special player like that, so I'm not going to take the ball out of Brees's hand. So I think he was kind of limiting what Zach was able to do. It's like, yo, don't mess it up because we're going to end up giving it to Brees again. Like, I don't know. And the play calling isn't necessarily fantastic. Someone said it earlier. It seems like he tries to outsmart people early in the game, and in the second half he realizes, let me stop fucking being an idiot a little bit.
Like I know in the first, Brees scored the touchdown, and he didn't really touch the ball again until he got hurt. Like it's a little bit weird. Some of his route tree isn't necessarily, I mean, like the route combinations aren't necessarily great. Like I feel like way too many times just two receivers in the fucking same area that doesn't really make sense. So he's not making life easy for his young quarterback, and it's very unfortunate. But I don't know. Me personally, I would love to see what's going to happen after the bye week. He's going to have a week to look at himself in the mirror and be like, look, this is working. This is not working. And I'm going to let Joey speak in a second, but he's a little bit of a hard, like,
Hey,
I
Benny.
don't know. He doesn't listen, so he might be stick to his guns. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be interesting.
Hey,
What else?
Benny, real quickly, did you think we'd be having the conversation about Michael LaFleur right about now, or did you think it was going to be about Ulbrich?
Oh
Think
my
about
God.
that.
Yeah,
Think about how we've done a complete 180.
Hey, Benny,
100%. I send my apology. I sent my receipt in the mail last night to Ulbrich because I was ready for him to fucking leave. And his defense is the reason why we're winning these ball games right now. So fucking kudos to him.
Hey, Benny, can I say something on the LaFleur thing? I think that when you look at how he was calling the game plan with Flacco, he was trying to be more vertical with his offense against the Ravens. And what happens? We're turning the ball off in our zone because that game should not have been a blowout like it was. If we moved the ball that we were doing in Green Bay and Denver, I think that game would have been a lot closer, if not won. But what do? We try to get vertical. Everybody wants us to throw like Joe Flacco, but what do? We try to get too vertical, and we got interceptions in our areas and fumbles and strip sacks. So I think he saw that when you go against a top 10 defense, it's what's expected. I mean, we are top 10 defense, but we're sending only 4 in the box and dropping everyone in coverage. So these long routes are happening. But when you look at Denver, they're sending 6, 7 guys and coming clean. So I think that whole vertical offense is what LaFleur wanted to come out and let everyone take that next step. But when you go against top defenses, you kind of got to dial it back. Let your youth figure it out. So I'm not overly concerned. I mean, he's got all rookies and sophomores on offense. It's all growing pains, and he's a sophomore himself. So I think if we can maintain this, keep running the ball, figuring it out, getting some open routes, and keep winning, I think everybody's off the talking table.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. Eventually we're gonna. I know it's not. We would love to see a high fucking like Zach Wilson throwing the ball left and right. That's just not what we are right now. Eventually, hopefully, we get to that point. That's just.
It might happen now that Brees is down. I mean,
he's going to be forced to. He's going to be forced because we're not going to. We don't got that as of right now. I love Michael Carter. I keep saying it. I don't want to sound like I'm down on Michael Carter. He's fucking special as well. But he's not that one cut, take it to the house type of runner. He's not. So Zach Wilson at this point,
lanes. He's more yards after contact is what he is. He's the I get hit and I'm going to drag you 2-3 yards and make it third and manageable. That's what Michael Carter is. So I'd like to see what Knight can do if he can get you those like 5-6 yards and those explosive plays. But I mean, I keep backtracking. I'd like to see a Cam Akers or a Kareem Hunt, somebody that's explosive, can see the holes and hit it and turn the Jets on. That's what you kind of need. I mean, somebody said it earlier about Madison, and I would love him too, but they're winning up there. They ain't going to shell him. You'd have to overpay to get him, and you probably wouldn't because Dalvin's got a dislocated shoulder for the rest of his life.
Yeah, 100%. Well, right now it's about to be 11 o'clock. I usually to end this show around 11:30 because I usually have shit to do after 11:30. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get to this segment. I think it's fucking fantastic. I love doing it. It'll let people get their fucking crazy thoughts out, and it is what it is. It's fun. So it's gonna be Overreaction Monday. If you want, I know there's a lot of people in the listeners right now. If you want to have your overreaction take, good, bad, I do not give a fuck. Honestly, Overreaction Monday. I'm gonna start. And I'm going to say my overreaction Monday from this game right here, from so far this season is I've seen enough from Sauce Gardner. Right now, he is a top 5 cornerback in this league. Recovery speed, long arms, athletic. How many fucking batted balls down did he have? He could have had an interception yesterday. It was a fucking offensive pass interference.
that they didn't call, obviously, because we're the New York fucking Jets. Eventually, when he starts racking up those picks, he could literally be that number one top corner in this fucking league. He's that damn fucking talented. But as of right now, everything that he's doing, he's locked down. Try him as many times as you want. It's not going to fucking work for you. So Sauce Gardner right now is a top 5 cornerback in this league. That's my overreaction Monday, which it's not even a fucking overreaction. Let's go. Go ahead, Jokes. I want to hear your overreaction.
Hello.
Yo, Jokes, what up, bro? You there? All right, yo, Skip, go ahead, bro.
What, my overreaction?
Yeah, any overreaction, bro. Overreaction Monday.
The Jets are the 3rd best team in the AFC.
Hey, I like it. I like it. There's besides the Bills and Chiefs, any given Sunday, I could be like, we could beat them. The Chargers were supposed to be the biggest, baddest thing on the fucking planet. Guess what? They was ass yesterday. Justin Herbert has came down to earth a little bit in the past few weeks. So there's every team in the AFC could be beat by us any given Sunday besides the Chiefs and Bills, in my opinion. I like the take, 100%. Go ahead, Rich. What's your overreaction Monday? All right. I think Rich is there. Yo, Jeff
Hello?
Life, I know you just came up. Go ahead, bro. All right, go ahead, Ant.
Yeah. If AVT is out for an extended period of time, fingers crossed if that's the case, he would certainly return after the bye. But if he's not there next week, man, I don't even know if it's worth watching what our offense will do. And the game overall, like, he's got to play. I don't know if that's an overreaction or not. Obviously, don't force him out there if his elbow is going to confine him. But, yeah,
Yeah, I know we're worried about Brees because he provides the flashy plays. But someone said it in the space yesterday. Brees ain't doing what Brees is doing without the contributions of Elijah Vera Tucker. He's easily one of the best players on this roster. And I pray to God that his injury is not very serious. And I don't know. I know the tackle that we kind of put back out there, he held his own. But losing AVT, bro, that's a fucking gut punch. If any, bro, that's a bad loss right there, 100%. Now Jeff for life, you got your hand up. I called you before, bro. You was ignoring me, bro, making me look bad. So now, go ahead, bro. Jeff for life.
Now I'm on the fork truck, man. I'm working and I'm listening to y'all boys, and I want to chime in, but then I'm driving the fork truck, and then I'm jumping off and all that other stuff.
Bro. Stay safe, bro. Stay
Yeah,
safe out there.
yeah. So as far as T Rock, I think that was T Rock talking about the criticism on Wilson. The criticism is trash. We shouldn't be criticizing him about how he playing at this point because he really hadn't had any games. But I will say he does need to complete the easy passes. They're too off. I understand a little bit of pressure and stuff like that, but it's a lot of times he doesn't have pressure, and them easy passes are just way off. But Joe is going to tell us what he does, and I heard a couple of y'all say it. He's going to let us know by the trade deadline what he thinks of this team. This defense that we have cannot go to waste. It just can't. So hopefully he brings in a running back. I think our line will be good once we can kind of get consistency as far as who's starting. This AVT thing hurts real bad, but I think they'll gel fairly good as long as they can just keep the man beside him the same. But I don't really have no overreaction. What you said, it's not no overreaction. Sauce is that guy, and we can see how he closes. I talked to Antonio Cromartie on one of the other lounges, and he cemented that. He said he's top 5, and on top of that, I don't think Reed gets as much recognition because he's been playing. He's a veteran. But for Sauce to come in and play like he has, I think that's why he gets that recognition that he does. But that's about it, man. I love you guys, bro, man. I'm waiting to whoop up on them damn Pats. I wish I could be there. Got a lot of stuff going on in life, but it is what it is. I'll be there in the heart. And enjoy y'all day, y'all Monday.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Appreciate you coming in always. I know you're busy at work. I know a lot of you guys are working, but I appreciate you being here, no doubt, bro. And definitely we gotta enjoy today. And yeah, next Sunday is gonna be big, bro. So if you're screaming from your living room and whatnot, bro, all that shit counts. No doubt in my mind. But yeah, let's continue to keep going. Overreaction Monday. Go ahead, Cap. Talk to me.
LaMarcus Joyner is actually a good player. That's my overreaction.
Hey, it's hard to argue. He's not, bro. How many turnovers does he have? Like, has he? I know he has the fumble recovery. Does he have 3 picks so far, or some shit? Like, I don't even know.
I believe so. I think he has 3 picks.
3 picks, a fumble. The fumble recovery was given to him, but it's still fucking turnover.
Even though I can't stand him, he's playing good.
Yeah, nah, that's very, very true. He's playing well. He's playing well. Our safety group started off really fucking rough, but I think it came down to DJ Reed at the end of the day. I think it was after the Cincy game. Kind of called it out, saying we need to simplify things. And ever since I assume that they simplified things, our secondary has been having great communication, not too many breakdowns, and I think that's all they needed. So LaMarcus Joyner is definitely playing good ball, and that's another receipt. I was begging for him to fucking retire and hang it up, but that's another receipt that I forgot to mail yesterday, and I'm mailing that out today because he's fucking proving me wrong. And that interception that he had was fucking huge, 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 huge. Kind of took the momentum, and we got a field goal off of that. So shout out to LaMarcus Joyner, hands down. Louise, give me your overreaction Monday, bro. Talk to me.
What up, guys? Good morning. Shit. Well, I just flew in from Denver. I live in Arizona, so I was at that game. That was a gritty win. So I'm on my way to work right now. Yeah, I pray to God that our players are not season-ending injury type situations. Nonetheless, man, next man up. Winning's fun. How we do it, who gives a shit? We're winning. The guys are young. They're finding ways to win on the road. That's exciting. So I think we need to trust in Joe Douglas. They're well aware in what to do in situations like this. But hopefully it's not season ending, and I'm not worried about Zach at all. I think when you win and you go in the film room, it's better to study and get everything back on track, get the miscues, get back on track, and try to play a decent game next time. As far as next week, I mean, shit. I wish I can go, but I'm in Arizona, so
Yo,
I'll
Louise.
be at.
Let me
Yes,
ask you
sir.
a question, bro. Since you was at the game, obviously you said you're not. It's so fuck. I hate watching the game on TV because I only fucking see the line of scrimmage. What were you seeing from my wide receivers, and like were they genuinely not getting open? If he's not getting open, I'm
No,
glad he's not forcing it.
no, there were some open there. Zach didn't see him. I don't know what that. First of all, that defense, we played a good football team right there, man. That was not easy. I can see the O line struggling at points, but Zach was freaking playing Madden and pushing that circle button multiple times, running for his life. But I saw Garrett Wilson on a slant open one time, and I'm like, I had nosebleed, so I had that perspective. So, but nonetheless, they were providing pressure, and I could see why he couldn't see him open. So that was tough. I mean, even an elite quarterback wouldn't probably see that, but nonetheless, he didn't turn over the ball, and a win's a win. I'll take it all day.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I think he was pressured so damn much. It was probably really fucking hard for him to see. And I don't know, when there was pressure coming consistently, like you can only imagine the time
the clock in his mind was probably like, yo, I need to go. So hopefully we get our offensive line straightened up a little bit, give him a little bit more time. Because one thing that he has done so far this year, it wasn't so much this past game, because I think he had a little bit too like happy feet were going. But when he has had time to deliver the ball, he has been more effective, and he's been a pretty solid quarterback at that point. So we need to figure that out and allow him to continue to grow that way. But let's definitely continue to go. Jokes, Overreaction Monday. Talk to me, bro.
Didn't it take Herbert like 60 pass attempts to reach like 220 yards? Like,
Yeah.
so Zach in 24 attempts got 120. Like, people need to like get this, like, just fucking stop. We're winning. Like, and I said this the other day. We're the fucking Jets. Who are we to say anything about? Oh, we're not winning pretty. We're not winning. Dude, we're winning. Period. That was whoever just said it is absolutely right. Yeah, he might have missed Garrett Wilson in the flat because he had Bradley Chubb breathing down his fucking neck almost every other play. He was getting blitzed every single time. And New England's gonna do the same thing. So like LaFleur better draw up some like hot reads, and like if you're getting blitzed to death, do this. Like he needs to adjust because people are just gonna go to town on that.
Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%. I don't know. We're so focused as a fan base to wanting like to see Zach do so many great things, and it's easy to kind of focus. Oh, damn, he's doing too much and whatever. But then you kind of lose focus on everything else that's going right. Oh, he was wide open, and then you kind of miss the fact that he had a 270-pound grown ass man on his neck. Like it's you got to kind of be realistic here. That defense is elite, and the best stat line is they make the best quarterbacks in the NFL look silly. Like Justin Herbert, as much as we would all love Justin Herbert to be on this fucking team, Justin Herbert couldn't do jack shit versus team. Justin Herbert turned the ball over versus team and was putting his team in bad positions. At least Zach didn't do that. So you got to kind of have a little bit of perspective here. I would love to see more out of Zach, but you're 100% right there, Jokes. Go ahead, Justin. I know Justin said he got an overreaction Monday for us. Go ahead, G. Yo, Justin, we can't hear you, bro. I hear the background. I just hear like the loud background.
You hear me now?
It's like,
yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah. My bad. My headphone did. I'm on my lunch break at work. Nah, the one position group we all talk.
In and out again, Jay.
Yeah, we lost you again, Justin.
It's like super staticky.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin, message it to me, and I'll go ahead and take. I'll take the thing for you.
Hold on, I just dropped Justin for a second. He comes right back up.
Yeah, if he has issues, he can go ahead and DM me, and I'll throw out the take for him.
All right, cool. Go ahead, ground and punt. Talk to me, bro.
With regards to what Jokes was saying, who are we to, who are we? We're the Jets. Who are we to complain how we're 5-2? And it reminds me of my friend Dave. He would always tell me, I never hooked up with a 10, but I hooked up with 5 2s. And that would always make me like laugh. But my overreaction Monday is this. We're going to split with the Bills. We're going to beat the Chiefs. We're going to go 14-3. We're going to win the AFC East. And Sauce being a top 5 corner is not an overreaction. It's a fact. There you have it.
Hey, if we could do that, bro, if we do that, man,
I don't even got words for that, bro. I'll be crying. I'll cry. I'm a grown man. I'll be crying, and that's okay. It's okay to cry. But let's definitely keep going, bro. I fully agree. That'd be crazy. Definitely a little bit of overreaction, but I like it. That's what I'm trying to hear. Yo, Tanah, you just came up, bro. Talk to me, bro.
What's good, Benny? What's going on, y'all?
What up? What up, G?
Nothing
Good
much,
morning,
man.
Tanad. What's up, bro?
Nothing much.
Tanard.
Enjoying this Monday morning. You know, it's beautiful to get back, you know, to Victory Monday continuously. So just enjoying that. I just a couple of things that I wanted to talk about, like, and we're gonna touch on them tonight later on with me and PD at 8:30. Like the Zach thing, I get it. You know, I get why fans are expecting so much. Some of the things that, you know, he's not taking advantage of throughout the games, they are worrisome. But at the same time, you know, like I have to give him time to build chemistry with these receivers and for these receivers to understand, you know, like what he needs done. There were a couple plays yesterday, obviously, that, you know, I felt like he was holding the ball too long. And, you know, he missed the Uzama play where if he sets his feet and makes that throw, that's at least a 25-yard catch. The Barriers throw, you know, Barriers dropped that, and then also Jeff Smith dropped the pass. So there were a couple things that, you know, he should have taken advantage of that he didn't. And I feel like that's where most of the worrisome come from, you know, when it comes to the fans. But at the same time, like I have to give him, you know, a longer leash to show me that, you know, he's able to take this team from where we are right now offensively and just ride with it. Because defensively, we're playing so well right now. We're playing, you know, at an elite level to where it's just, if we're able to put 20 plus points on the board, we can go out there and win every game. Now, obviously, it's going to be on a week-to-week basis. So I get some of the issues with Zach. And, you know, those are some of the issues that we've had with him last year, but it's just not as bad as it has been this year. So it's just him taking those easy plays, you know, those 4 or 5 yard plays. When he has an opportunity to hit a receiver, just set your feet and just throw the ball. You know, all that off balance, though, all that does is it allows the ball to elevate. So that's one thing I'm going to give him, you know, I'm going to really get at him on. And then the second thing for me is just the receivers. Like, I don't know where the disconnect is between the receivers and him, you know, but they have to start, you know, game playing. And I think someone brought this up earlier on the scramble plays. Like, if a play breaks down, these guys have to find a way to just come back and help Zach. Just, you know, he's running around giving himself more time. These receivers are supposed to come back to him. You know, the play with Conklin that I hear people complaining about, to me, I'm perfectly fine with that play. The middle of the field is literally Conklin and the defender. And in all honesty, if Conklin runs back, you know, faster than he did, he's catching that ball. Type of pass. You know, we look at he threw that ball end zone, you know, with a couple defenders around. That to me was risky, but I was okay with that throw. Yesterday's throw, I had no issue with that throw. It's Conklin in a DB in the middle of the field. So I'm okay with him taking that chance. That's all, Benny. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate your work this morning. Wonderful show as always. And I'm not sure how long you're gonna stay on, but I just got to work, so you can send me a co-host so I can help you out and handle this. Appreciate
Hey,
you
Benny,
always, bro.
Justin just posted it. Yep, you got it. Never mind.
Yeah, nah, Justin. Yeah, nah, of course, not, no doubt. So, yeah, nah, Justin just posted his Overreaction Monday. Where's our
Yeah,
$8 million tight end CJ? Where's Ruckert, our tight ends? We're so excited about Conklin, 4 catches, 22 yards. But we excited to watch this. I agree fully. We do not do a good job at getting our tight ends involved. We were extremely excited about, we got 3 fucking tight ends, whatever the case, and they have yet to show out. It's under Zach and Flacco. They just haven't been able to really do it, and that's unfortunate. I really wonder what's going on with Ruckert. I feel like we've activated every fucking tight end besides Ruckert.
That was a big head scratcher for me too. Is why you got Boa over Rutgers. That was a real big head scratcher before this game.
Yeah, Yaboa.
This is what I think the thing is with Ruckert. I think they're really just trying to get him to really the system and unleash him later on in the season. Guys, we're at week 7 right now. Going to but Yaboa did not really do anything offensively at all. It's not like he was getting targets or anything. You know, it's
Yeah, tonight you kind of you going in and out low key. But yeah,
playing.
Yeah, tonight you going in and out, bro. So this is what I'm gonna do because I
My
know I'm
bad.
about. Oh no, you still cutting out, bro.
All right, I'm gonna log out and then come back and you can go to somebody else.
All right, bet. So yeah, this is usually around the time where I'll start kind of wrapping up a little bit. So I'm gonna go to Mike, and after Mike, I'm probably gonna wrap it up. So go ahead, Mike. Finish this.
Yep. So wild take for the day is, I humored everybody with the Laramie Tunsil trade yesterday, which is not looking so bad right now if AVT's out long term. But I think we need to humor the idea of going to get a running back. Yes, we do have Xavier Knight on the practice squad, but we need to get somebody just in case because we can't wait till after the deadline to figure it out whether he's the guy or not, and possibly a receiver as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think in the position that we're at, if we could buy low, I wouldn't want to give up anything like any crazy picks for someone where we're not at that point where we're able to have the luxury of trading away a second round pick for something. We're not at that point yet. But if we could buy low on a player to help us get into this playoff run, so we could get into the playoffs, you 100% got to do it. Whether it be running back, depending on what happens with AVT, some offensive line help, whatever the case may be. I like what our defense is doing. I wouldn't necessarily add too much to our defense. We're firing on all cylinders there. I think we're in a position where we're 5-2. We play 500 ball the rest of the way. We're getting into the playoffs. We need to make sure we do that because if you go to the Jumbotron and scroll all the way to the beginning, I think we have a little over a 60% chance of making the playoffs as of right now, and that's something we cannot let go to waste. So, 100%. I know Tanaj is coming back in, but yeah, tonight I'm about to wrap up, bro. I know you got a show tonight, so you could plug in your show, and then I gotta get some stuff done on this side too. But go ahead, tonight, plug your show.
Yeah, so to continue what I was saying regarding the tight ends, like we've been playing teams that put a lot of pressure on, on O-lines and on a quarterback. And with this system, you have to put these guys, in a situation to where they're gonna have to block. I think if anything, I've seen Uzama block a little bit more than Conklin. I really want to see the explosiveness from Conklin that we expected and what we have seen from him in the last couple of years. I watched a few Vikings games the last 3 years, and I thought him coming into the system would really help Zach out, and I haven't seen that yet. Even the first couple of games when Zach came back, you saw Conklin getting the ball, but the last 2 weeks I really did not see that as much. I think he needs to be used more. Same thing as with Uzama, because you can't be paying these guys $7-8 million, and they're not. True.
Yes.
But I do think, Rucker, I feel like the bye week, when we come back from the bye week, I think we're going to see Rucker more often than not. And I think they're just giving him time to be able to learn the playbook and really understand, exactly what his jobs are when he comes back, after the bye week. And then hopefully they're able to unleash him. That's what I think is being planned, but we'll see if that actually, comes to fruition.
Yeah,
All right,
100%.
May I quickly step in real quick? Benny, I had a customer, so I had to cut my thing short.
Yeah, go ahead. And we'll finish.
Yeah, sorry. The last thing I was gonna touch on is possibly humoring the idea of Stephon Diggs type receiver. I know we're loaded at it right now, but it couldn't hurt to see if it helps Zach take the nap sleep. You got teams like you said earlier, DJ Moore, Carolina, teams that are having a fire sale because they're no longer in contention. I think it could be a strong possibility with moving Corey Davis to number 2, Elijah to 3. So, there's another wild take that I might stand behind that might help Wilson take that next step, just like Allen did in Buffalo with Diggs.
Mike, quick question. Okay, what do you give up? Who do you give up? And how do you take in DJ Moore making what over 13 plus when you also have Corey making, around the same type of money? And does that mean that you're getting rid of Elijah based on what has happened, or is he going to?
I say you get rid of Elijah because it's a 2-for-1. You're giving him something that he needs, or that he wants out of New York. You're giving him to a team that needs to get younger wide receiver, and you're getting an established number one receiver who can go up and get jump balls, which is what DJ Moore can do. He can not only get jump balls, but he can take the slants, he can take the post routes. So you're getting a 2-for-1. And I'm not opposed to thinking that these type of players, especially someone like DJ Moore, wouldn't take a certain pay cut. Maybe not a huge pay cut, but you could extend their contract to make it less of a cap hit for the first couple of years until you get things figured out.
Okay, I agree with that. I think we're in a situation where you got to swing for the fences. You have to swing for the fences.
You have to because
the way this team is set up, you have to swing for the fences.
60,
It hurts.
69 yards a half is not sustainable, and Allen in his second year is looking almost identical to Zach Wilson, and it took them going out and getting Stephon Diggs to really help him take that leap.
Yeah, I like that idea. I just don't know if it, for me, I don't, even with the issue that has been happening with Elijah the last week, I don't like it, and I think it was very selfish from him. But at the same time, listen, he has an opportunity to really just show his teammates what he is here for, and not only that, take the opportunity that he has to just go out there and help this offense, man. This offense needs that. So we saw what he was able to do within the first couple of games, with Flacco at quarterback. Go out there, do what you're supposed to do. Show that excitement. Show your teammates that, even when you're not getting the ball, you're still gonna make a block. You're still gonna be happy when they score. Just get that out of your head. Because at the end of the day, we know how the league is. When a player has those type of issues, other teams in the league pay attention to that. And that's not gonna help us as far as getting good value for him if he continues to do that. But I don't want to trade him right now. I'm not trading him. If anything, I'll wait till the offseason. But right now, he needs to be able to put his big boy pants on. Same thing with Zach. I don't like Zach's struggles, but I also think his receivers can help him out a lot. But these guys just got to go out there and just figure it out. The defense is playing at an extremely elite level to where you go out there, you're able to put 20 to 23 points on the board. We can win most games as long as, we stay healthy, but we saw the injury bug started to hit us yesterday. But unlike most people, I'm not down on this whole Breece Hall thing. I'm just like, you know what? Hopefully
Yeah, tonight we lost you again, bro. But yeah, all that being said, I know Tanah got a show tonight at 8:30 with Petey. Make sure you tune in for that. I need to run. I got a few things I got to handle. But I appreciate all y'all who pulled up, gave me a great overreaction Monday takes. I know we had a lot of heads in here early this morning. Everyone was excited to celebrate Victory Monday, enjoy it. We got a lot of things to critique, but right now, 4 straight Victory Mondays. Can't complain about that in the slightest. Enjoy it for now, and when Wednesday comes around, we can start looking forward to New England. But yeah, enjoy it and look forward to hearing the news, because obviously when Saleh addresses the press conference, 3 things I would look out for is obviously the Breece Hall news that we're all going to be looking for. Is Elijah Moore joining the team again on Monday? What is he going to be involved, or is he still going to be acting like a bitch, frankly? And the update on Elijah Vera Tucker, because Elijah Vera Tucker is the glue to our offensive line. So the update on Elijah Vera Tucker as well. Make sure to keep an eye out for that stuff. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tune in again next Monday, every Monday at 8:30 in the morning till around 11:30. So I appreciate y'all. And yeah, appreciate you.